It's time for Green Canyon High School Sports, a presentation of 100.9 Light FM and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Castalite, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Green Canyon Booster Club, DD Auto and Salvage, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, and The Logo Shop. Now, it's time for the Green Canyon Wolves on 100.9 Light FM.
So back in North Logan, Utah. Stockton Jukes joined by Jacob Pitcher this evening on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan for another edition, the final regular season edition of Region 11 football in 2024. Green Canyon hosting Skyview, a team who in their history they had not beaten until last year in the third round of the playoffs, going up to Smithfield, knocking off the Bobcats 36-32 on a last-minute Stembridge interception. Jacob, I'm expecting a little bit more of a tight contest here tonight. I think I can say the same for you.
Yeah, absolutely. These are two very similar squads, both coming off a win last week, 2 weeks ago, picking up an L as well. Both have a lot of powerful defense, a lot of powerful offense, able to get that ball downfield, able to make some big stops and some big plays. It is going to be a very competitive game here tonight. It's going to be a very close one. Will it be high scoring? Will it be low scoring? We're about to find out, but I can assure you one thing, this should be a very close matchup.
We're going to be running with just this one static camera for the first half, a little bit low on expected gear this evening, but that should be remedied around the halftime break. We'll keep you as updated with everything as we can, and I'll try and fiddle with this camera up here in the booth. But we're underway with a Bobcat kickoff, Green Canyon 2 return, and Bryce Papp's going to have it on the 2-yard line. Papp's cutting up the field on the near side. He'll switch back over to the left. No blockers. He'll barely get across the 20 to the 23. It looks like is where they'll spot that football.
And you're probably wondering why we're here on a Wednesday night, not Friday here. Fall break coming up for these students here at Green Canyon. They're going to take this game out here on a Wednesday. Kind of an interesting feel going into today, but it's a beautiful day here in North Logan.
A nice evening, really at the tail end of what we're expecting of good weather here in Logan. It's going to get cold over the next 48 hours. If you were listening to us on the Full Court Press a couple hours ago, you know that by the time football rolls around on Saturday afternoon here in Logan, we're looking at a high in the 50s. So savoring these sunny days while we've still got them. As Green Canyon will start 1st and 10, left to right as they work towards the south end zone here in North Logan. Quick flip out on the check down from Peyton Wilson through the hands of his intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10. That takes 13 seconds off the clock here in North Logan. Senior night here for the Green Canyon Wolves. All the seniors playing potentially their final home game here. Now with Green Canyon looking at somewhere in the maybe top 8 range, if not just outside of it when the RPIs come out Saturday morning. They'll probably play a playoff game at least here at home, as that's a handoff through the middle for maybe a yard. They'll give them 2 to the 25. 3rd and 8 incoming. Clock going to continue to run after the run. It's 11 and a half to go now in the first quarter. Simulcast this evening on 100.9 Light FM, the home of Green Canyon football. Also 106.9 The Fan, the home of Skyview Sports. Glad to have everyone from Smithfield all the way down to here in North Logan joining us this evening. Also streaming on YouTube. That'll be one of the CV Daily channels. This production brought to you by CashValleyDaily.com. Wilson takes the snap, looks left, has to move to his right. He's going to have to scramble. Barely gets it off to Schramm on the sideline. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did.
Yes.
Strong hands by Schramm right at the 34. And the Wolves will move the chains.
And, coming into this today, Schramm, 60 catches on the season, 821 yards, 11 touchdowns. That was a beautiful placement there, just keeping his toes in bounds. That's beautiful execution by a high school player right there.
1st and 10 again. Clock stops at 11 minutes flat after Schramm goes off the near sideline. Another back into the formation now. It's going to be a dual set backfield with Wilson right in the middle. He hands off to his left. It's a great run through the middle. All the way up across the 40 to the 43. 2nd and 1 incoming. That was a run from number 40, Micah Jenkins. The junior had to take over for Dallin Hawks after that Ridgeline game. Hawks has been on the sideline since that game after only getting 1 carry in that game. And Jenkins since then, really since we've been with you guys here for Green Canyon football, haven't called a game since that Ridgeline game. They've been on the road for 5 straight weeks, but he's got 60 rushes, 264 yards, and 2 touchdowns, filling in for Dallin Hawks. Now Wilson looks to throw. That's batted down right as he let go. Excellent work from Skyview's defensive line.
Looks like it's Palmer there. Satili Palmer, number 56.
56, yep. Indeed.
Fantastic there, just getting around that offensive line there by Green Canyon, just putting a hand up there, batting that ball down. We're at 3rd and 1 here for Green Canyon.
Twins on either side for Wilson. He's got it back to his left along the near side hash marks. Wolves going left to right. They need 1 yard. Wilson
there
trying to throw, hit as he tried to throw, and they're going to rule that a forward pass and an incompletion. Skyview thought they had a strip sack fumble, but the Wolves get away with one. Wilson doing just enough on the forward motion. It's a loss of, well, it shouldn't be a loss at all if they're going to call that an incomplete pass.
Did they call fumble?
They called an incomplete pass on the field, but now they put the ball back to where it was fumbled. They're going to move the spot now back up to the 43, so it's 4th and 1, and Green Canyon's going to have to punt.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. That ball was definitely in forward motion, but I really think that ball might have got hit out in his hands. Obviously, it's kind of hard to tell from up here. And the refs have that final say, but
no replay in high school.
Yeah, no replay here, but definitely a tough break there for Skyview, and good for Green Canyon. They're holding on to the ball here.
Holt barely gets that ball away as Skyview crashes through the line. It's caught at the 25 and nowhere to go. Excellent coverage on that play by number 42, Cody Edelmeyer, the junior linebacker. 10 minutes, 3 seconds now as Skyview will assume possession just off to our right. They're going to spot this ball, it looks like at the 27, so a return of 2. Still tied at 0. Green Canyon has struggled to get points in their first drives of games this season, but they've always been a late game team. Second half is where they do the majority of their scoring. It really just comes down to the defense hanging in there in the first half. Bit of a low snap is bobbled temporarily, but the throw is out. Oh, and a fumble! Green Canyon's got the ball! A quick out by Skyview. Great hit, great hands on the defense, and Green Canyon's got a turnover on play 1. See if we can't get a replay on that. Instant replay brought to you by CashValleyDaily.com. Let's take a look. And you'll see there on the right side of your screen, it's a quick out, but then the hands from Paps coming through the back on the tackle pop the football out. And Green Canyon's got the ball on the, 35-yard line?
Yeah, 35-yard line for Green Canyon. Ben Wallace getting up in the quarterback's face there for Skyview.
Wilson hands the ball off up the middle and immediately tackled at the line of scrimmage again. Blowing through the offensive line, it's Palmer, the junior. That's going to be his...
It's his 2nd tackle,
8th tackle for loss on the season, as well as Green Canyon's going to lose about half a yard there.
2nd tackle of the night there for Palmer. Had that first incomplete ball reflection there in that first drive for Skyview.
2nd and 10, Green Canyon going left to right still here in the first quarter. Ball is on the 35. Paps is going to be out right with Schramm out even further. Single receiver out left. Fakes the handoff. Wilson's going to keep it and go left. Makes the move, scrambles out further left, and is finally dragged down across the sideline. Right around the 30. I think they're going to give him the 31 there. 32. No, it is the 31.
It's 85th rushing yard there for Wilson on the season. Doing a great job this year. QB rating up in the 100 to 120 range. It just shows executions. You can throw the ball and can run it. That's a versatile tool every quarterback needs. And Green Canyon needs to capitalize here in the red zone here down in the first half here, first quarter.
3rd and 6 from the 31. Wilson moves the back to his right. He's going to look to throw off to the right side. Gets it out to Schramm across the sticks, and Hayden Schramm shrugs off some defenders, falls down on the 19. Green Canyon in the red zone with a first down. 8.5 to play now in the first quarter. Clock's going to continue to run as the ball stayed in bounds. Green Canyon knocking on the door for points the first time this evening against their bitter in-region rivals. Now, I like to tell people this when they ask about the rivalry between Green Canyon and Skyview. Green Canyon was founded in 2017, my senior year of high school, 7 years ago. As Wilson takes this snap from the near side hash marks, rolls left, pump fakes, has to keep it, gets rid of it, finally into traffic,
Wow.
and Paps comes up with the catch. Bryson Paps didn't see the ball get thrown, but he saw it get right into his arms, and Green Canyon's on the 6.
And Wilson took an absolute shot there on the offensive end, just got absolutely smoked, playing it right in the ground, but a great job by Wilson, just getting that ball out, getting it up. Kind of risky here in the first quarter, but it worked out well for them there.
First and goal from the 6 now for Green Canyon on the far side of the field. Anyway, Green Canyon, 7 years old. Skyview's been in the valley for years and years and years. My father went to Skyview, but he would have gone to Green Canyon if it existed. Green Canyon stole a bunch of Skyview students. Quick screen out to the right side for Shandon Thane, who is brought down off the sideline at the 3-yard line. Halfway home for the Wolves. Second and goal from the 3 coming up. That's why the rivalry is so hot, though, Jacob, between these two teams. Is Green Canyon, the newcomer, stole a good part of that student body from Skyview, and the valley is exploding. It was going to have to happen eventually, but you're not going to like that.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm from Texas originally, so Texas high school football is massive, is insane. This is my first experience here in Utah with Utah high school football, and just looking at these student sections, it reminds me a lot of home, and this is a very big, packed crowd we have here tonight.
Second and goal, handoff up the middle, and great tackling again. Nowhere to go for Baxter Martin.
I believe that was...
They actually take off a yard there. Martin's going to lose a yard on the rush. It'll be third and goal from the 5.
And Murdoch right up the middle there. Put down that Wolves attack. They're trying to get to that goal line. It's going to be third down here.
6.5 to play in this first quarter. Green Canyon looking for our first points of the night. About halfway through the first quarter, you're well within Tanner Holt's field goal range, but 6 better than 3.
Absolutely.
It's simple math. Wilson with 2 backs, looks to throw to his left. Feels the pressure, has to get out of there. Floats it over a linebacker. Toe tap, touchdown, Shandon Thane. Creativity from Wilson, and the Wolves strike first.
And the third touchdown for Shandon Thane on the season. Beautiful toe tap touchdown in there. Just off the line, no defenders around. The defender right there, as we see here in the replay, just trying to step in front of that ball after it was thrown. But he's back in that corner. There's nothing there they could do. Beautiful execution. Beautiful play there for the Wolves. Puts them on the board. 6-0 here in the first quarter.
Holt on for the extra point. And with 6 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in quarter number 1, the Green Canyon Wolves lead 7-0. Region 11 football brought to you by CashValleyDaily.com. For the latest news, stats, replays, and photo galleries of tonight's games, as well as the latest news on what's going on in your community, you can find all that on Cache Valley Daily. So make sure you go over there for all your news in the Valley. And if you're watching along with us, your video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. All right, Jacob, we saw the first offensive drive for Green Canyon stall out a little bit around midfield. Second one, they convert some big third downs and score. What did you see there? I know you were talking a little bit about that play call on third and goal, but what did you see that you really liked?
Yeah, Green Canyon is just not giving up that. If the run play doesn't work on one play, on one drive, they'll run it back again. They're not afraid to keep trying on the runs, on the passes. They're finding the open man. I will say this is my first time watching Wilson play, and I'm seeing a lot of great work by him, being able to get the ball out in pressure, being able to hold on to the ball even with pressure. So Green Canyon needs to continue moving that ball downfield and not giving up and continue trying different plays as much as they can.
Holt hit one into the wind, and it skips out of play. That's going to be a free kick out of bounds, and Skyview should have this on about the 40-yard line.
Yeah, not the best execution they would probably like to have on the kickoff.
You can see a lot of pink out there in the stands on the Skyview side, some pink over here on the Green Canyon side as well. It's our breast cancer awareness game. Very important cause for everyone in the Valley. Absolutely. It's going to be going on for Utah State football as well this weekend. Utah State soccer tomorrow. It's the gold game for childhood cancer. So that's always a big part of October here in the Valley and just making sure we raise funds and raise awareness for a really important cause, but always like to highlight that, and you'll see pink socks, pink tape, pink flags, pink everything out there.
Yeah, and you're also seeing the moon starting to peek over the mountain. You can see on the stream here. It's a very beautiful view right there.
One of the best in high school football. Fake handoff, quick screen out to the left for the Bobcats, making a couple cuts, but eventually swarmed by tacklers. Bobcats gain 5 on 1st and 10. Looking at Skyview on the season, obviously they lost a lot of big pieces to that team from last year, a team that many people expected to walk to the state championship until they played Green Canyon, and they've been very well kept alive by Jack Clark, Xander Stokes, and especially Liam Guthrie. As that one is caught over the middle by Lincoln Ballard, the junior.
Yeah, Lincoln Ballard, no man's land right there on the play. No defenders around. That was a great find there for Skyview getting an open man. Green Canyon losing some defenders there. We'll see how they can react here off onto the Green Canyon side here in quarter number 1.
1st and 10 for Skyview in positive territory. Handoff up the middle, bouncing off a couple tacklers. Ball maybe wiggled a little bit there. Some secondary contact from Green Canyon, but it's another gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 from the 46. It was Stokes on the carry there. Stokes is approaching 1,000 yards on the season. With 97 tonight, he would get to that 1,000-yard mark. They move Stokes out to the left on the screen. Get it over to him. He'll cross the 40 into positive territory. Lays the shoulder into Pabst. Pabst gets him onto the ground, but it's a 1st down. Skyview at the 34.
Yeah, that was a massive hit there. That's a big guy right there. Just went right into Green Canyon's number 0, Peyton Pabst. That was a massive hit, but Green Canyon able to lay him down.
Another handoff for Stokes, sweeping around the outside. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose a yard. No, they'll say he did get at least back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 from the 34 coming up. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Skyview moving right to left on offense against the near side hash marks. 7-0 Green Canyon. Bobcats looking to respond. Clark waiting for the play call to come in. Takes the snap, looking to throw off to the right side, over the head of the secondary. First hit misses, second hit gets him down just shy of the sticks. Clock will keep running. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 31.
Skyview almost got away with a missed tackle there by Green Canyon, but it was followed up there by number 4, Ben Wallace, bringing him down there around the 26 or so.
Handoff up the middle for Stokes. Stokes is going to have 1st down yardage. Not much more, but he'll be taken down at the 22. Clock will stop for the moment. Sticks move along that far sideline. 3:33 in the 1st quarter. Tempo now out of the Bobcats offense. 2 left, 1 right for Clark. Back directly behind. He's going to fake the handoff to Stokes. Looks left on the quick out. Blocker there. Gets around Edelmayer, but Edelmayer holds on to a piece of jersey and drags him down at the 15. They'll stop the clock with a foot out of bounds there at the 15. 3rd down and 3.
And there's Lincoln Ballard again with his 2nd catch here on this drive.
More tempo. Clark takes the snap, hands it off to Stokes up the middle, gets through the 1st level, still churning through the 2nd level, over the 5 to the 4. Stokes all the way up to the goal line, not quite across it. But now it's 1st and goal from the 4. Clark handing it off again. Stokes drops the shoulders. He'll be stuffed on the 1 for now. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, fast-paced tempo here by Skyview. Trying to catch this Green Canyon defense off-footed here.
They're just going to give this one to Jack Clark. Give it to Xander Stokes. He tries to skirt his way around the side, but he's ankle tackled. Who was that? It looks like Eli Wheatley got a piece of his cleat. 2 minutes, 39 seconds to go. 3rd and goal from the half-yard line. For my money, you just give this to Jack Clark and have him fall forward. That's not what they're going to do. Clark's in the shotgun.
2 defenders on the near side here.
Now they'll look for the real play call. 17 on the play clock. 2:20 on the game clock in the 1st quarter. Clark hands it off to Stokes. Stokes gets across. No, he's stopped. He is dragged down at the half-yard line. 4th and goal. Green Canyon trying to make the stand. Skyview asking for a hold. They're not going to get it. And it's 4th and goal from the 1.
Stockton, and this is me. This is 3 running plays in a row that did not make it anywhere past.
Now they bring Clark into the huddle, and they jump across the goal line. Should have done that probably 3 plays ago. What's the call? No arms in the air yet.
Oh.
The football was thrown at the official before they made a call. This might be a stop for Green Canyon. Okay, the official sign for touchdown does come in. Coach Towie Ely a little bit confused, but it looks like Skyview's going to keep the offense on and go for 2. So the ball is spotted at the 3. And it will just be a field goal instead. Quarterback drops down as the holder. And on to kick. This is going to be number 31. Extra point is good for Skyview. We're tied at 7. Extra point coming in from Jamison. Brannick Jamison with his 28th extra point out of 30 attempts on the season. Minute 44 to go in the first quarter. Green Canyon going to have a chance to respond now as we're tied at 7, but both offenses, it seemed like it just took them a drive and then something shifted into gear, Jacob.
Yeah, just a spark there. Skyview with a couple big plays that pass up the middle there to number 11, Lincoln Ballard. A couple of stops there, but they kind of always find a way to get it on that 3rd down, 3rd and long, 3rd and short, whatever they needed. Lucky break there, though. 3 run attempts there on the goal line, finally getting that 4th one over with just a QB dive. Both offenses, again, are needing to get their foot rolling. Skyview's finding those big plays to capitalize and then kind of inching in their way once they get on the on the Green Canyon side. Green Canyon defense looking strong, just needs to minimize those massive plays there on the offensive end from Skyview.
Minute 44 to go in the first quarter. Skyview going to kick this one off to the north side of the field. Paps back to receive on the 3 for Green Canyon. Paps has made a couple of big chunk returns this season. This one, I think, is going to go into the end zone instead. Touchback for the Wolves. They'll come out to the 20. 80 yards to go for the Green Canyon offense. Early on in this game, we're tied at 7 on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan. We thank you for joining us. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Preston Watts Collision and Glass Train Technicians, the latest equipment and over 5 decades of experience to guarantee a perfect auto body repair and the safest glass replacement. Wolves break the huddle. They'll send 1 receiver out left, 2 out to the right of Wilson, and a 2-back set in the gun. Wilson looking to throw. Fades one over the top for Schramm, and it's just through the fingertips. Probably would have taken him out of bounds. It came out a little bit funky for Wilson, but it's a good time to take a shot. And they got Schramm in plenty of space, so I don't think that's the last time we'll see that play call.
Yeah, Schramm just down the sideline about the 40-yard line, just off those fingertips. Almost had a great catch. You can see Skyview's Lincoln Ballard back on defense here. Probably not within even 10 feet of him there on that play. Very close call there. Almost had a pretty good break. That could have got some momentum going here for Green Canyon.
Wilson single back to his right. He fakes the throw look. He's going to run straight up the middle. Untouched through a gap. Wilson across the 40. Jukes to his left. Finally wrapped up and brought down to the 48. Wilson takes off for 28 yards, 90 seconds to go in the quarter.
Wilson with the speed showing there, just right up the middle, breaks 2 tackles. We saw number 7 from Skyview, Malcolm Young, trying to get a hand there, even on a jersey. Nothing could have happened. He was down, he was gone. Couple jukes there. You saw him do a little stop, try to go on the outside there. Beautiful run there.
Plenty going on in the first little bit of this game. 1:15 to go in the quarter. A handoff through the middle for Green Canyon will get them at least 5. Dropping the shoulder before getting taken down is number 40, Micah Jenkins. This will bring up 2nd and 5 for Green Canyon. Across midfield now to the Skyview 47. Clock still running. Green Canyon has time for 1 more play, maybe 2 if they hustle, but they don't need to run this more than once. 45 now on the game clock. Wilson probably instructed to wait to snap until under 40. Now here we go. 39 seconds. Throws out to the right side for Schramm. Schramm going to try and shake and bake. Gets through 1 man. Finally taken down, but not before picking up a good 10 yards after the catch. and that will stop the clock as the chain gang will move up the field. Green Canyon going to have time for another one.
Yeah, and that strength showing as soon as there was contact there with I believe that was number 18, Cooper Karen. He just kept pushing him down the field there, got him an extra 5 yards there, just off the strength, true strength there right there. It was beautiful.
32 seconds now for Wilson. Dual back set, fakes the handoff. There was some confusion. Wilson ended up keeping it and gets dropped in the backfield. Loss of 4 yards.
I believe that was number 56, Steely Palmer there for Skyview.
I think there was a little bit of miscommunication between the quarterback and his backs. That's going to take us all the way down to the end of the first quarter as the clock will continue to run. And I think they're just going to go ahead and reset it now. So 7-7 after 12 minutes of play. Both offenses taking a little bit of time to get going, but then finally a long scoring drive from both sides. Green Canyon's obviously started off with that defensive turnover. And for Skyview, you're looking at that fumble after the catch and saying, hey, without that, we're probably up 14-0 right now. So we're going to take a quick break here from North Logan, and we will see what is the deal with this second quarter on the other side of these messages.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your...
Time for quarter number 2 here in North Logan as we swap ends of the field. Green Canyon on a 2nd down and 14 after Wilson was sacked, but he's going to break around the left edge, pick up enough for the first down, and is finally thrown out of bounds at the 21. We'll flip our camera back over to that side. Sorry, we missed that play. It was a great Wilson keeper, a beautiful sweep around the edge, and Green Canyon's got a first down right on the edge of the red zone.
Yeah, and another probably 20-plus yard run there for Wilson, putting him about around the 50-yard rushing route so far this game. Those wheels might come into play here as this game goes on, seeing what Green Canyon can do to capitalize on this Skyview defense.
8 seconds off the clock, and now a handoff up the middle for Green Canyon. Strength through the first few bits of contact, and into the red zone goes Micah Jenkins. It'll be a pickup of about 4.5, call it 5 yards up to the 16. Second down and 6 coming up. The line to gain is just shy of the 10-yard line. Dual back set for Wilson again. He's got 2 receivers out left in Papston Schramm and just the solo guy out right. Now looking to throw, wants his left side. Nothing there. He's going to have to break up through the pocket as it collapses into positive territory and up to the sticks. That should be a first down, Green Canyon. Wolves going right to left, south to north in this second quarter, and they are inside the 10. Clock will continue to run. First and goal from the 9.
Looks like, yeah, no, Peyton Wilson, another great run there to juke that defender out, a little sidestep to the right, weaves just inside of him, gets taken down, gets a few more yards again. Once he gets that defender on him, he still gets a few more yards. That strength is truly showing here on that run game there for Wilson.
Minute 20 down as Wilson's going to hand this off up the middle again, and the first down carry is good for about 4 yards. They'll give him the 3 up to the 7. Second and goal now, 7 to go for the Wolves to take their second lead of the game. About 7:30 local time, just shy of 30 minutes into this game. We've got one more game going on this evening down the road in Millville. Westfield making the trip up to Ridgeline. We'll keep an eye on those scores, but we all know what's going to happen down there. Peyton Wilson looking to throw. Plenty of time to throw, but no options. Now Pabst fighting through a defensive back. Wanted the interference call, but he initiated that contact.
Yeah, he did, and he did want that PI. That ball was actually thrown behind the way he was running, so there really was no opportunity to catch that ball. Maybe a little bit of contact there, but just not enough in a really tight game like this for the refs to make that call.
So now here's Green Canyon, 3rd and goal from the 7. Again, well within Tanner Holt's wheelhouse, but you like 6 a lot more than you like 3.
And this is looking very similar to what we saw in that first quarter. Might want to keep our eyes peeled for maybe a little screen pass off the edge here.
Twins right as he looks to throw over the middle for Pabst. The ball only Bryson could catch, and it goes through his hands.
Ball maybe thrown just a little high there for Bryson, but you kind of got to make that catch in a tight game like this. Did go through the hands there as Wilson did take a hit.
My uncle always said if you can touch it, you can catch it.
That is right. Wilson, though, talking to his head coach there on the side.
They're going to keep the offense out there on 4th and goal from the 7, and I like it.
I do, too. It's a close game. Offenses, both teams taking a while to get going. You have an opportunity here to put 7 on the board. Put 7 on the board while you're in that range.
They move the Twins over to the left now, so Pabst and Schramm off to the left of Wilson on the short side of the field. He's going to look to throw that way in the pocket. Pocket collapses, and Wilson goes down. Sacked at the 14, and he was really thrown into the ground on that one.
Yeah, it was a big hit there for Wilson. Hopefully he's all right. Does not appear to be. Looks like he's starting to get up here slowly, though.
Yeah,
3.
A little bit rung up on that one. It's been an issue for Green Canyon this season, is in some of these tight plays, just someone misses a block. And Wilson's been getting punished a little bit in the backfield when you play some of these tougher teams this season. So we're going to stay tied at 7. The ball is going to be on the 15-yard line for Skyview with 9:46 to go in the second quarter. And the Bobcats going left to right will have 85 yards between them and a lead. Clark back in the game, has Stokes directly behind. He's going to hand it off to his left. Quick inside give for Stokes goes almost nowhere. He is going to pick up 3 after the contact. They'll give him 4 up to the 19. Clock's going to continue to run, 9.5 to play here in the second quarter. A big thank you to Old Grist Mill, a proud sponsor of Skyview Athletics. If you haven't tried the fantastic breakfast sandwiches at the South Logan and Smithfield locations, you're missing out. Handoff up the middle. The scrum moves a little bit, but they will stop shy of the sticks. A yard shy to be exact at the 24.
3rd and 6 here for Skyview. 3rd and 1, excuse me. Stockton, if I were Skyview, I'd just try to get over that line, but it looks like they're going to hand it off here.
Handoff through the middle. That's exactly what they do, is get just over the line. 2-yard pickup. 1st and 10 from the 26.
Skyview waiting just to kind of have a breakout play here, a deep ball, maybe a long run here. That's what they had in those first 2 drives to move them downfield. This might be interesting to see when we might see that, or if we might see that. It's kind of been the exclamation point to say here for Skyview this game.
They're running the tempo as this is another handoff up the middle. Bounces off one tackler in the backfield and gets back into positive territory. It's going to be a pickup of 3 to the 29. 2nd and 7. Bobcats sticking with the tempo here. Twins off to the right, single receiver left, moves across the formation. Fake the jet sweep to Guthrie, hands off to Stokes again, and Stokes is stuck at the 32. 3rd and 4 coming up. 7:55 to go here in the second quarter. Bobcats very short huddles, if at all, on this drive.
And they're trying to get that tempo going. They know how tight this game is. They know how much time they may not have if Green Canyon can get this ball back here in this second quarter.
Empty backfield as they move him out to the right on the screen. It's in and out of the hands. Green Canyon makes the stand, and it's a huge hit just to be safe from the Wolves.
Caden Krebs with a massive hit there on Skyview's number 6, Dylan Bird. He didn't ever really get a full grip on that ball, but that hit was massive there. Put the exclamation point on that play, making sure they didn't, even if they caught the ball, didn't get any yardage downfield.
7:33 to play in quarter number 2. That'll bring up a 4th down and 4 punt situation from behind midfield for Skyview, their first punt of the evening. Looks like Green Canyon's going to try and send the house here. Moving around. No, they do drop back about 5. Paps has to move a lot to get this one. He'll let it bounce at the 36, picks it up off one bounce, and then falls down at the 34. That's the smart play.
Yeah, taken down by about 3 Skyview defenders. Make sure it doesn't go any more downfield than it already did on that bounce.
7:24, Green Canyon's offense going to come back out for their 3rd appearance of the half. And after giving up a lot of possession time and a lot of yardage to Skyview on that second drive, standing tall in front of midfield on the 3rd drive. Bobcats managed to make the stand on 4th and goal from the 7 that last drive. Unfortunately stuck to a 3 and out on offense right afterwards. So Jacob, defensively, how do you bounce back here?
Defensively, you just can't give up those big plays here from the Wolves, as we see here.
Wilson's going to take this one himself, fakes the throw, moves around the left edge across the 40, and bumped out of bounds at the 44, right at the first down marker.
And Wilson has been a huge part here for this Wolves offense. Skyview having a hard time really crushing his run game. Hasn't tackled him for any loss. Hasn't really kept him within a 5-yard rush this game. Another 10 yards right there. A 28-yard run. A 22-yard run before that. Skyview just really needs to capitalize and close down and shut down Wilson's run game as much as they can.
Trips right for Wilson. He's going to hand this one off instead, right up the middle. About 6 untouched yards before being taken down across midfield. Been a good running game for Micah Jenkins so far.
Yeah, Micah Jenkins, I believe that's about his 3rd or 4th carry this game so far. Finding some holes, getting collapsed though, but he's finding those holes, are giving them the touches that they need. Green Canyon, the Wolves, are really trying to use him as much as they can here in this one.
Green Canyon up across midfield now. 2nd and 4 from the 49. Line to gain is just behind the 45 on the Skyview side of the field. Quick throw over the middle on the comebacker. Great catch and fall down by Colby Knight, and it's a 1st down Green Canyon. It's one of the trademarks of JT Towley-Ely's offense is quick options, get to the sticks, just keep it moving.
Yeah, and that's what both offensives have been doing today. Skyview not taking much of a huddle, continuing moving the ball. We really haven't seen this play clock go below 15 seconds here, Stockton. They've been really trying to move this ball. They know how big this game is. They know how much that these scores will change throughout the game. They're trying to really capitalize when they have time to make those plays.
Another out to the sideline for Schramm, and he is tossed out across the 40, but that's good for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up. Green Canyon loves a good 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Grand Canyon just inching their way down the field. Another 5-yard run, a 5-yard pass there. Really just inching their way, playing the small ball game, getting a couple of lucky big breaks, as we saw there with Wilson with a couple of 20-yard plus rushes. But Grand Canyon's doing a great job of really just playing that small ball game that we've been talking about here tonight. Let's see if they can get another 5 here, get them back on the 1st down range and get them within 35.
5:38 to go. Wilson takes a snap in the gun, looking to throw down the left side, over the middle, almost intercepted, but it's reeled in. It's reeled in by Knight on the deflection at the 10-yard line.
And fans watching on the stream, I know you probably didn't see that catch, but that ball was tipped there out of the hands by a Skyview defender and returned and taken downfield for another, 7 yards, I'd say? Beautiful execution, great grab there on the tip there for the Wolves.
Ball spotted at the 11, so it'll be 1st and 10 in the red zone. Line to gain on the 1. It's basically 1st and goal. 5:15 to play in the first half. Wilson back to his right, looking to throw again. He's got trips off to the right, wants a throw at the goal line. A flag now coming in. There's going to be a hold, I believe, on Green Canyon.
Wilson looking on that far side there, looks like for number 9, Eli.
Eli Wheatley.
Yeah, Eli Wheatley not open there, though. Wanted to make the pass. Looks like we have a defensive penalty here. Not exactly sure what it was.
Illegal use of the hands for the defense, which means someone's hands got into the face of an offensive lineman. Oh, no, they caught it on Green Canyon, but they're supposed to move the ball the other way.
They're going back now. Some rough spots here today, Stockton.
Yeah, the officials got confused there, so it's 5 yards for Green Canyon. This will be 1st and 5 from the 6.
Yeah, second time we've had a little bit of issues with our spotting, but
lucky break. You flipped fields 4 times during the game. It's understandable.
Yeah, lucky break there, though, for the Wolves. Skyview, not the smartest penalty they could go for right there. Kind of killer. Could have had a momentum killer there for the Wolves, but now we have 2nd and 5 here on the 6.
Under 5 to play as the clock is whistled back into motion, and now we've got a timeout called. Officials waving the clock dead, and it was well before a delay of game, so it's an official timeout here.
Yeah, I think delay of game is...
I think they've just seen something on a player that maybe they don't like. I know that sometimes it takes a little bit to get to the equipment issues.
They moved it a yard up. They moved the ball a yard up, actually. They moved from the 6 to the 5.
Oh, I see. 5 yards from the spot of the foul, so they get the extra half yard.
Yeah.
Anyway, after all that, it's 1st and 4.5 from the 5. Couple of great moves up towards the sticks, but that's going to be 2 yards shy at the 3.
Jenkins moving really quick on these rush attempts. Just getting caught up by multiple defenders. That is something I have noticed with Jenkins. He's getting swarmed right up there on the middle. He's really only been taking that, trying to go through the line, up the middle. As we saw, though, with those big runs by Wilson, he's going on the edges. Jenkins might need to maybe look at some other options, maybe do a little stutter step, take on some outside wings, but that is just something we've seen so far with Jenkins this half.
4:05 to play in the 2nd quarter. Wilson, dual back set, has twins to his right, looking to throw. He's going to fade one off to the goal line. Caught by Schramm. 13-7 Green Canyon on a fantastic fade route. Wilson to Schramm, and Hayden Schramm now has, according to my stat book, 12 touchdowns on the season.
Schramm, that was a beautiful catch there by Schramm. That defender up in the air a little bit early, just grabs it off the top of his head, reels it in there for the Wolves touchdown. Beautiful execution. Yeah, 12 touchdowns for him on the season. Textbook perfection catch there.
A bit mossy, if
yeah,
you will,
a bit mossy,
for
I guess
Schramm.
you could say, yes.
3:58 to play in the 2nd quarter, 14-7, thanks to Tanner Holt, 2 for 2 on the extra points. And Green Canyon is 2 for 4 on offensive drives. Just looking to hold the Bobcats scoreless for the next 3:58, and they'll have the momentum heading into the halftime locker rooms. Jacob, a little bit different of a drive there for Green Canyon, a little bit more gritty, I'll say.
Yes.
Just having to keep your head down, fight all the way down the field. But what really do you think sealed the deal there? Was it Wilson's ability to kind of move through the pocket, or was it some of those throws he made?
I think it was both for Wilson. As we saw in the beginning, those 5-yard runs, those 5-yard passes, the quick. So they're both going at it. The offense, for the Wolves has been doing really well on just getting those 5 yards, just inching their way down the field, not trying to do too much, not trying to go for those big bomb passes, not trying to rush when they can't. They've been doing a very smart job of just, like you were saying, play gritty offense. Those 5 yards add up really quick, as we just saw there. Wilson doing a great job on both ends to make sure they keep moving downfield here on this offensive front.
Holt puts that one 8 yards into the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Skyview out to the 20-yard line, and they'll have just under 4 minutes to work 80 yards and potentially tie this game up going into the locker room. Now, Green Canyon is going to kick the ball off to start the second half, so keeping them off the board here would go a long way in that halftime point swing, Jacob.
Yeah, it would be massive, and we don't want to kind of count out the Wolves here, but Skyview haven't had really many big breakout plays, has been inching down the field we've seen in this half, in the first half so far. That's what the Wolves kind of picked up on that last drive, just getting those 5-yard drives. Skyview might need some big plays here, but can't do too much and try to turn over that ball to the Wolves here.
Really what it comes down to for me now, ball over the top is broken up. Cody Edelmayer flies in from seemingly nowhere and robs Guthrie of a home run ball.
Like we were just talking about Stockton, they need those deep balls to keep getting downfield, get those deep balls, get them in range, get some momentum going. Wolves had a different plan for that pass right there. Great try, though. Just the Wolves had a completely different try.
Clark fakes the handoff, goes out to the right side on a quick screen. First tackler gets help, and it's a short gain for the Bobcats up to the 24. 3rd and 6 coming up.
And you see, if I were Skyview, I wouldn't be too afraid of trying that another deep ball again. The defender, I'm not sure. Yes, I'm not sure exactly who that was on that play before, but he was quite far behind and just really gassed it up right at the end of that play to break up the pass. But if I were Skyview, they need some points on the board. They might need to go for some deep balls here.
3:24 to go in the second quarter. Clark all alone in the pocket. Has to fake up. Pocket collapses. Now moves off to his right. Gets the ball over the middle. Pabst on the coverage. It's caught.
Oh my gosh. That was Lincoln Ballard for Skyview.
Unreal catch by Ballard. Pabst
amazing.
Had a beat on it, but just got a little too aggressive with the hands, and it fell right into the shoulder of Lincoln Ballard. Now 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. It's 1st and 10 from Green Canyon's 40.
Those two Green Canyon defenders that were with Lincoln Ballard, they were not ready. They were trying to go for the quarterback, thinking he was going to go for the rush there.
Pump fakes, now goes over the top again. Guthrie by himself. Touchdown, Bobcats. That's all it took was 2 passing plays from Clark. First to Ballard, then to Guthrie, and Green Canyon secondary got beat pretty bad. We've also got Shandon Thane down injured in the end zone.
And as we were discussing before the play even went down, Stockton, they needed those big pass plays to really get the momentum going their way. That was a textbook perfection of what needed to happen, and Skyview capitalized. It was a test there of that Green Canyon secondary, not able to really knock down those big passes. The first pass, they were lagging behind, but they still got a hand on it from the speed there. Those next 2 passes, though, not much the Wolves really did there. Kind of a rough break for Green Canyon. That is definitely something that will be talked about here at halftime from the coaching staff.
We're going to step away here in North Logan as Thane has not moved down there in the end zone. Not a good scene for Green Canyon. They are an extra point away from being tied, but Thane in coverage is being helped off, and it looks like he's been attended to. But we'll take it. Nah, you know what? Actually, they're coming back right out onto the field for the extra point, so we're going to keep it right here. Thane is limping a little bit on his way off the field, but mostly under his own power.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just one of those hyperextensions where it stings really bad for 3 minutes. Hyperextended my knee one time playing tackling dummy, and I'll never forget how that felt.
I've been fortunate enough to not have any crazy injuries, but knock on wood. But I couldn't even imagine.
So it's destined to happen now.
No, I couldn't imagine, though, obviously.
Extra point is up and good. We're tied at 14, 58-second, 80-yard drive for Skyview to tie us at 14. The good news, if there is any for Green Canyon on that possession, is you've got 3 minutes now to take that lead back before halftime. And you're probably going to want to eat all of that clock. Now we'll take a quick break here on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9. You are watching Region 11 football and listening along with us, brought to you by CashValleyDaily.com. We'll be right back.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
Welcome back to North Logan. Stockton Jukes and Jacob Pitcher here with you on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan. Also streaming along with you on CashValleyDaily.com, your video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Skyview, after tying the game up at 14 with 3 to go in the half, kicks this one off to Pabst. He'll field it at the 5, moves through the middle, a hole opens up for a second, and he'll scramble his way across the 25 to the 30 with help from the scrum. 2:52 is what is going to remain on the clock for Green Canyon's offense, and Wilson's been looking pretty good so far. Green Canyon protecting the football for the most part, converting some big third downs, and making some pretty good play calls through the air. Wilson doing just enough creatively out of the pocket as well, which has been a big improvement for Peyton from last year to this year. 1st and 10 now as Wilson's going to have a back off to his right, trips left, and a sole receiver on the right sideline. Now Wilson looking for the quick throw out right to Schramm, and Schramm comes away with it on the low throw. It'll take him up to the 38.
You know, in Stockton, like we talked about with Skyview coming back out on that field, about just trying to really capitalize, get those deep balls downfield, make something happen, try to beat that secondary, and they did, and they got those points on the board. Now it is up to Green Canyon here. They don't need any big plays right now, trying to, again, eat up some clock here, try to use as much time as they can, but they need to be ready to go for some deep balls if they need to.
Wilson gives it. The run gets them up to the 40. Second effort reaching that ball up towards the sticks. Are they going to move them? Yes, they will. It's the one thing that's nice about high school football is they're pretty generous within a yard of the spot.
And I think that is the most interesting thing with football. Football has not been my main sport, but kind of how they just place down the ball casually and they mark it by inches. That is one interesting thing about football that really hasn't made sense for me.
Wilson hands it off again for a gain of about 3.5.
Yeah.
Second and we'll call it 6 from the 44 coming up. Now under 2 minutes to go, and you've chewed up enough clock. You've got all 3 of your timeouts. Maybe time to start throwing the ball about 20 yards down the field.
Yeah, start making some plays happen. You can see the Skyview secondary isn't too far back, only about 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Wilson from the gun has trips right, looking to throw. Doesn't have anyone. He's going to take off to the right, looking still downfield. Turns the corner, turns the Jets on, and steps out across midfield at the 40. 1st and 10, Green Canyon.
And Wilson got a massive block there by Colby Knight, going right into the gut of one of those Skyview defenders chasing after Wilson. Massive hit, but you gotta highlight all parts of that play. Knight really put a big emphasis on that play, giving him some space, getting that extra 5 yards there for the Wolves.
Colby Knight has been a big piece of this offense after Green Canyon lost a bunch of receivers last year. Hayden Schramm really the only returning pass catcher. Wilson looking to throw. Gets a good block on the left edge, has to scramble, flips it out finally to Knight, and Knight goes down at the 32 after making the catch. 2nd and 2 coming up.
Tanner Holt there on the offensive line for the Wolves got beat pretty solidly by number 10, Dyson Gunnell.
60 seconds left now in the half. Green Canyon has not used the timeout yet. They'll hand this one off up the middle to Baxter Martin. Martin gets around the right edge. That's enough for a first down to the 25. The clock will stop as the chains will move, and the timeout is called by JT. 51 seconds to go in this first half, and Green Canyon now really threatening by at least 3, hopefully 7 to go up before halftime. Jacob, what are your next 3 play calls if you're JT?
Deep ball, and deep ball. Get that ball in the end zone. You got 3 tries. If you get lucky, maybe a couple more. Get a deep ball. We saw Skyview be able to do that, and Green Canyon has been playing a solider defense, I guess you could say, than Skyview's defense. This is the test. If they can't get it on a deep ball past the secondary for them, maybe get Wilson the ball, try to get a couple runs on the outside. Don't try to go up the middle. Try to go on those outsides. Get a run ball in. But you don't really have much to lose right now. I guess you could say you are in field range. It's 14-14. You don't have the ball coming out of the half, but you need to get on the board. You got to make some big drastic plays to get on it. Trust your receivers. Trust your quarterback here. Make something happen here, right here, about the 25-yard line.
I got to agree with you. I think one of the things we're going to see pretty quickly in this next couple plays is you'll see Schramm on a quick post corner.
Yeah.
You might see it here as he's going to be the top of this bunch formation.
Yeah, it looks like it's up top. So we have 5 receivers back here.
Yeah, it's going to be trips out right, so it's Pabst, Schramm, and I think Colby Knight on that far end off to the right. Edelmayer playing on the near side slot, and then
Knight.
5th receiver in the slot off to the left of Wilson. There goes Schramm on the post corner. Does not get around the edge, but the comeback is good to Knight. Knight gets across the 15, thrown out at the 14. That's enough for the first down, and going out of bounds should stop the clock there. 1st and 10 from the 14.
Great job there, though, by, I believe, was that number 8? Hayden Schramm?
Pass was caught by Colby Knight,
Colby
47.
Knight. Colby Knight. Yeah, beautiful job by Colby Knight by getting out of bounds and stopping that clock. Crucial, not wasting a timeout. Still have 42 seconds here on the clock. Have enough to possibly get a first down. But it's a beautiful execution there by getting out of bounds. It's exactly what they needed to happen there.
42 seconds remaining in the half. Green Canyon with 2 timeouts now after using their first just a moment ago. Wilson looking to throw. It's a quick fade off to the sideline. Edelmayer gets out of bounds. The official signals to run the clock,
Yeah.
but he clearly ran out of play.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd agree with that call if I were down there, but
Now everyone on Green Canyon side of the field is pointing at the clock and asking, why are you signaling the clock to run when he ran out of bounds under his own power? They should put 34 seconds on the clock.
The official did
It's down to
waive
28 before the time is stopped, and yeah, that's just a mental mistake by the sideline official. It happens, but that's a dead ball.
Yeah.
They're going to charge Green Canyon a timeout though with 28 seconds, so that's a miss.
Crucial.
Luckily, it's still the first half, so it's not going to come back to bite Green Canyon in the fourth quarter if they need those timeouts. But I mean, come on, happened right in front of you.
Yeah. But, if I were Green Canyon right now, we're thinking about how we can get that ball downfield, trying to hit either Schramm or Knight or whoever we can in those corners. We've seen 2 beautifully executed pass attempts to each of them. They got to make something happen here. They don't have the ball coming out of the half. Still have 28 seconds. Don't try to run it. Try to get out of bounds, and maybe a couple incompletes, just whatever they need to do to get that ball deep.
Region 11 football brought to you by Les Olson IT. What can a business technology partner do for you? All the office products you need and a great service team. Learn more at lesolson.com. Also brought to you by Cache Valley Auto Care. If you got car problems, you can trust Cache Valley Auto Care for expert service backed by excellent online reviews and customer satisfaction. Find coupons on their website. 28 seconds. It'll be second down and 10 from the 14. Or excuse me, second down and 6 from the 11. Green Canyon charged a timeout after what should have been a dead ball, but the clock stops, and now Green Canyon will have to save that timeout for a potential Tanner Holt field goal. Wilson looking to throw. Scans the right side. Nobody there. Scrambles a bit. Gets it off, and stepping out of bounds after the reception for the Green Canyon Wolves.
That's going to be a first down there as well for the Wolves. Got out of bounds. Like we were just talking about Stockton, get out of bounds or just catch the ball in the end zone, and that was a beautifully executed play there for the Wolves. Exactly what they needed right here.
It was Cooper Johnny on the drag route there, stepping out at the, looks like, 2-yard line.
It's going to be first and goal here as well. It's big as well. 22 seconds on the clock.
First and goal, 2 yards to go between Green Canyon and their third lead of the game. You would think there's probably not enough time for the Bobcats to score unless they get it back off the kickoff. Here's the handoff to Martin. Martin goes right, shakes back across the goal line and scores. Green Canyon leads 20-14. It was the Hezzy move from Baxter Martin that got him open. Take another look at this replay brought to you by Cache Valley Daily. And it is going to take a second as you can see them come out of the formation here. It's going to be hard to see on the right side, but Baxter Martin moves right, shakes back to the left, and gets through those blockers for 6. Tanner Holt on for the extra point.
And like we were kind of talking about Stockton, the rush game, the run game is trying to be going through that offensive line. Mixed it up a little bit. That's the first time we see them try to go on the outside besides Peyton Wilson, and it worked well for them.
Wilson is 3 for 5 on scoring drives tonight. Big momentum drive for the Green Canyon Wolves as they go 80 yards in just under 3 minutes, 2 minutes 43 seconds to be precise. They'll kick off to Skyview with 17 seconds remaining in the half. Jacob, that's got to help going into the locker room.
That is a huge momentum boost there for the Wolves. That's exactly what they needed. A couple of deep balls, a couple of big hits. Again, they're still kind of inching their way, not really doing what Skyview did on their last drive here, just going for a couple of deep balls. And we still have 17 seconds on this clock. If I'm Green Canyon, I'm kicking this ball well within play where they have to run the ball, put them in a backfield position, and just do not get burned on that secondary like they did on those 2 passes in that second drive.
Time for another kickoff from Tanner Holt, brought to you by Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. Schedule your service call on their website, advancedheating-ac.com. If you're looking for a new gas fireplace, they can work that out too, 435-752-7272. So they put a second back on the clock. It's 18 seconds now remaining in the second quarter. Skyview's going to have probably 2 plays, maybe 3, if they just let this go out of the back of the end zone. Holt might be trying to keep this inside the field of play. No, he sends that about as deep as he has tonight. So Skyview will have this one on the 20 with 18 seconds remaining in the half.
And like you just said, Stockton, they really only have time for 2 or 3 plays here, but that's all they needed on that second drive. 2 deep balls, 2 burner balls. really, Green Canyon secondary needs to lock in here with 18 seconds left. Keep that momentum with them. Go into the locker room and don't be that burden for the team. And we're about to see a test right here, see if they can actually do that.
Almost time for halftime here at North Logan, and Jack Clark does not want to be trailing after 24 minutes. They're going to hand this off up the middle to Stokes. Stokes breaks through a bunch. Green Canyon in contain mode, and they'll let the clock keep going. It'll stop at the 35 as they move the chains, but 12 seconds now remaining on the clock, and the clock will continue to run as soon as this ball is spotted.
Yes, Skyview actually, though, called their timeout there.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, Skyview called a timeout there, so it looks like they were maybe just trying to run it, kill the play, and then saw they got a couple yards and might be trying to go for those deep balls like we were talking about. Interesting play choice there for the first play with only 17 seconds left. Now they're at 12, but that was very interesting.
Yeah, very short timeout for the Bobcats. Unfortunately for them, because it is an official timeout, Green Canyon can take their time, and they will. They'll sit in that huddle for a little bit. It's one of the things that Skyview has really done well this evening is that tempo offense. It's been keeping Green Canyon tired, keeping them off guard, especially in man-to-man coverage. So
we haven't really seen that play clock really go below 20 seconds for Skyview tonight. Not even taking huddles, making it really quick. The offense knows what they're doing. They know their plays, so there's really no need for that, and they can keep that tempo going.
Clark looking to throw, has twins on either side. It's an all-go play call. Guthrie has to come back to it, fighting for the ball. No flag, no completion,
we do have a flag.
There is the flag.
What a late flag there. Oh, my.
That's unbelievable.
That is quite insane, I will say. Looks like the judge is going down.
So that'll be 15 yards.
Wow.
And yeah, they call pass interference about 6 seconds after that flag would have been real. And the reason that's a terrible call is because Guthrie has to come back into the defensive back to get to that ball. So Liam Guthrie initiates that contact. This should not be pass interference on Green Canyon. But Skyview is going to get a free 15, and they'll get to chuck this one from the 50 with 6 seconds to go.
I believe Guthrie was on his feet when that ball got thrown, Stockton. I don't have any clue why that flag was so late.
Yeah, Guthrie, you could see, clearly cut back and ran into the Green Canyon defender. That's a terrible flag.
It was
way too late.
Underthrown ball as well, so there's really no play being able to be made. If anything, Green Canyon had a better shot there. Just unbelievable, especially in a close game like this.
Bobcats get a free 15. Now Clark's going to have to scramble through the middle. He'll slide down at the 43, but there's no time on the clock. Did Skyview get the timeout in time? Are the officials going to put a second back on the clock? They shouldn't have time to.
They should not. No, they should absolutely not. And you can hear the fans yelling, "Are you kidding me?" right below us here. Everybody's pointing to the scoreboard with a big fat 0 on the play clock, on the game clock, excuse me. Yep, they're going to have 1 second on the clock. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to put a second back on and say that Skyview got the timeout off.
That's the second call I probably wouldn't agree with if I were down there on the field, Stockton. That's interesting. I mean, obviously it's high school football. It may not be the most down to the second thing, but I'm not sure anybody's really even looking at the game clock there.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to determine, especially given 6 seconds is not a lot of time. And Clark sits back, scans the field for about 3 of those seconds, and then takes off. Does his knee even get down before the clock hits 0? We'll never know. We don't have replay. We don't have that synced up at the high school level, but the Bobcats are going to get a free play here.
And we've seen the deep ball work for them tonight. Green Canyon needs to just stay back and just not let Skyview get any points on the board here. It's going to be a true test here to that secondary.
2nd and 4, but it doesn't really matter. It's either end zone or bust on this play. Before we go to halftime, Clark in the backfield has Stokes behind him. Stokes into pass block. Clark looking to throw. Pocket collapses. Clark trips. Jack Clark tripped on his own offensive lineman. There's a flag after the play. It's going to be on Skyview.
Okay.
There's going to be some extracurricular shoving against number, who is that? 22. It's against Xander Stokes in the pass blocking. And so that's not going to matter. They might enforce that on the second half kickoff. I don't really know, but Green Canyon is going to take the 21-14 lead into halftime. Oh, we're getting the band tonight. This is awesome. We'll try and set up a mic. We're going to take a quick break here. We've got a lot to do during halftime. Our camera and our power cords finally got delivered. Thank you to Ellie over at the station for getting us the gear we need.
Thank you, Ellie.
We are going to get all that set up during this halftime break. Looks like it's going to be an extended one for the band. When we come back, though, we'll have our main game cam. We'll have our scoreboard camera back, and we will get you through the final 24 here in North Logan. Stockton Jukes, Jacob Pitcher with you on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan for more Region 11 football.
Just going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays, witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon Sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays, witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays, witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon Sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Welcome back to North Logan. You might notice that your screen is entirely green right now. Worry not. We are just making sure that all of our cameras are linked back up and working again. And there you go. We've got our camera on the roof back.
There we go.
We're looking good. We're looking great. We're going to get you that score camera here as well, as long as we can get that thrown up on here. Let me get that plugged in. Jacob, anyway, we were talking a little bit about that first half and some explosive plays that really set the tone of this game. Walk us through that first half and kind of why we're sitting at 21-14 right now. Skyview, they almost tied the game there at the end of the first half.
They almost did. A couple of really deep balls that just had some unlucky breaks for Skyview. Green Canyon started out with the ball here tonight. Didn't make much happen. Same thing with Skyview. Didn't make much happen. And then Skyview, Green Canyon both got on the board. Sat at 7-7, 14-14, and now we're at 21-14. Green Canyon up by a touchdown there. The big plays, though, for Skyview has been those deep balls. They've been going really deep. They had two or three passes, I think, Stockton to get them on the board there to tie it up 14-14. Green Canyon's been playing kind of the small ball game, going for 5-yard rushes, 5-yard runs, QB runs, 5-yard passes, just doing the small ball game, inching down the field, taking up a lot of time. We saw it was, 3:55, I believe, there in the second quarter, and Skyview was off the field at 3 minutes with a touchdown with 7 points on the board. So two different styles of play we're seeing. We're seeing Skyview moving really, really quick here tonight. On the other end, Green Canyon kind of taking their time on the plays that they're making. Overall, though, it's going to be a great second half here. Both teams got a lot to work with. We saw a lot of great plays, a lot of great catches, a lot of great runs in that first half. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out here in that second half.
Jack Clark to Liam Guthrie on the longest aerial play for the Bobcats to make it 14-14, but then Peyton Wilson and company 2 minutes 43 seconds on the way back down to the other end of the field, 21-14 at halftime after the Bobcats could not take advantage of some penalty flags thrown there at the end of the first half. Stockton Jukes and Jacob Pitcher here with you on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan. For more Region 11 football, we're going to take a quick break as our teams get warmed up again. But when we come back, it's time for half number 2 between these two squads.
Has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Good vibes to start the second half here. There's nothing like a little American George Martin. I'll stand by that for the rest of my life. I've been on a big yacht rock kick lately. Big on some of these older dad rock bands. It's, man, George Martin, Gordon Lightfoot really been hitting the spot for me lately. Green Canyon is going to take that personal foul on Xander Stokes at the end of the first half and apply that to the second half kickoff. So they're going to kick this ball from in front of midfield.
Little extracurricular activities there at the end there. It's going to be costly here. Might just sell it out, though. Put him on the 25 either way.
Yeah, this one, Tanner Holt might as well go ahead and practice a 55-yarder. I've seen him hit him in warm-ups.
Doing in front of the fans here.
24 to play. Green Canyon kicking this one off right to left. The Bobcats going to start off on offense going left to right. It is a short pooch kick. Caught and fell down at the 16. So Green Canyon was really trying to take advantage of the recovery team and just could not get to that ball before it is downed by contact.
Spotted here. Looks like about the 16-yard line. Going to start out here for Skyview. Again, like we were talking there when we kind of came back in there for a second, Stockton. Are they going to play the deep ball here? Or are they going to play the run game? They got a whole different style of play. They can come out. They know that they can beat that secondary. It's going to be interesting to see here, though, if Green Canyon can kind of play lights-out defense on that pass game here by Skyview.
Jack Clark coming into the formation here. It looks like a pistol almost with Clark right in front of Xander Stokes. Trips left, single receiver out to the right, and it's a handoff to Stokes to start it off, but Eli Wheatley is in the backfield. There's some effort after the contact to take him up to the 19, but Eli Wheatley with some contact there at the 15.
That's Eli's first tackle of the night here for the Wolves. Big time play. Only about a 2-yard, 3-yard gain there.
11:35, clock continuing to run. Right between the hash marks, Jack Clark takes the snap, hands off to Stokes. Stokes misses a tackler, cuts to the right, big hole opens up, and Stokes is finally taken down well beyond the 35 up to the 42.
Yeah, Stokes already with 177 rushing yards on the year. Beautiful run, found some open space there downfield, tried to make what he could, just got brought down by those two defenders. Looks like about a 10, 15-yard rush there.
Clark looking to throw now over the middle, a little too high and just not able to be wrangled. Good effort, and it's not
Great
on the
effort.
receiver. I know I said earlier that if you can touch it, you can catch it, but for Cooper Karen there, that one over his head, and he did everything he could.
Yeah, it was thrown super hard above the head, tried to reel it back in though on the tips, just nothing he could do there. Moving off to that east side here.
Clark will hand it off to Stokes on 2nd and 10. This will be a gain of 3 right up to the 45. 3rd and 7 coming up from just behind midfield. Green Canyon an opportunity to get this ball back. Still in the lead, but we've got an injured,
looks like we got an injured
Wolf
here
on the field, and I'm trying to find the number here, but we are going to have a stoppage.
Is that 19, I think?
Not quite sure. I can't see that first number. It does end with a 9, but we're going to take a step away here as they'll take a look. Eli Wheatley out there. Oh, you know what? Never mind. It's just cramps. They just got to stretch him out. So, oh, man, those calf cramps, those will kill you.
Oh, gosh.
I used to get those so bad during baseball season.
Me too.
During conditioning. Oh, goodness.
I would have those in the middle of the night, and I'd wake up. Like
Wake up
3
and your leg is
and your leg's
locked down,
gone.
and there's nothing you can
And
do
you
about
just
it.
jump out of bed like someone's coming to attack you, and you go stretch your leg. Yeah, those are brutal.
So
brutal.
it was number 22 for Green Canyon.
Oh, I was way off. My apologies.
No, I thought it looked like
Yeah.
29 too. But that was Pensamiento. He comes off under his own power. I think it was just cramps there.
Yeah. 3rd and 7 here, though, for Skyview.
10:46. Clock is whistled back into motion. Clark all by himself in the backfield. 3 out to his left, 2 to his right. Takes the snap. Gets the protection, looking to throw, has to move to his right, dumps it off to the check down across midfield. That's enough for the first down. Guthrie.
I don't think that was enough for a first down.
Oh,
there,
you're
Stockton.
right. No, the sticks are up at the 48. That was short. It'll be 4th and 2.
I do think that was a poor spot, though. I think he may have had another yard on there, but either way, short of the first down here. Looks like they're going to go for it, though. 4th and 2 here for Skyview.
Offense stays on the field. They bring out the big man, Chance Wilson, who plays as a defensive end for this team as well.
Just going to plow through.
Wilson in at fullback.
Oh, trying to get him to jump here.
Hard count, no go. They'll look to the sideline for the play call. 10 seconds on the play clock. Formation shifts. They bring the receivers in just a little bit tighter. Guthrie by himself on the right. Out to the left, it's a twin formation. 1 on the play clock. They just get the snap off. Clark rolling to his left, looking for the throw. Cuts back to the right. Pocket collapses. Clark across the 50 has the first down. Takes
Big
a
hit.
hit, but he does have enough, and the clock will run. 1st and 10 from the 43.
Ben Wallace with a big hit there on Jack Clark. Jack Clark trying to ditch it out on that north side there. Excuse me, on that east side, on that left side, on that far side of the field, excuse me. But then found some open space downfield, took it up. Skyview first down here.
Clark, not much of a rusher. That just
No.
barely gets him across the 20-yard mark for the season, but it's enough for the first down. Now a quick slant over the middle is caught. Bryson Papps, first tackler, gets some help.
Yeah. Tried to do a little spin move there, Stockton. Just spun right into number 0. Bryson Pappas there. Nothing he could do. Just push back down, push back another 5 yards, but is going to be spotted just about 3 yards short here for a first down.
9:08 to play in the 3rd quarter. Skyview in the opening possession of this half looking to tie the game.
And they're working well downfield, Stockton.
Clark by himself again in the pocket, looking to throw to his left. Going to take a shot at the goal line. Double coverage.
He caught that.
It is caught. That is unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh. He might be. Is he injured? No.
He looks a little shaken
up. Yeah, he does look a little.
He's going to be slow to get up. I couldn't tell who that was. I think it might have been Guthrie, but
oh my
goodness.
He
caught that between two defensive backs and just fell down with the ball in his shoulder.
Let's talk about that throw,
Unfortunately,
though.
he is still down. Yeah, the throw from Jack Clark was phenomenal.
Right in the chest there, over the top of those two defenders. Wow. I have no words for that, Stock. Let's look at this replay here.
Yeah, what a cannon from Clark. Drops it right on there.
Oh,
you know what? I bet he came down on that shoulder awkward.
Yeah.
It is Guthrie with
What
the
a
reception.
catch.
They're going to line up for the extra point, but Guthrie is down with his helmet off now along the goal line. That's a bit of a concerning look for the Bobcats. You do not want to lose the man who just caught his 15th touchdown of the season. He's up now under his own power coming off the field.
Definitely. Still
just going to be probably evaluated for concussion stuff. That's usually what the call is. So we'll see if he comes back later on in the game, but an extra point away from being tied at 21. Snap and hold are good. The kick is good, and we're tied. Productive first possession of the half for the Skyview Bobcats, and they are hanging in there. Both of these teams, like we've mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, and I was talking about this on the full court press earlier today, this is a huge game in terms of RPI status for both of these teams because they're both hovering right around that 5 to 10 range in terms of 4A seeding. And the top 8 seeds get an immediate first round bye, a second round home game, and if you win that game, you're in the in the quarterfinals already. So Green Canyon and Skyview both fighting for the third spot in the region tonight. Whoever wins is going to be third in the region at the end of the night, and that will go a long way with potentially getting one of these teams a first-round bye. Skyview definitely been a little bit better than expected, coming off of a season like we mentioned where they lost so many pieces, including Down Egbert, who was one of the best running backs that this region's ever seen, not just last year. It's been taken care of pretty well, though, by the likes of Jack Clark and Xander Stokes and Liam Guthrie.
You know, in Stockton, not being from Utah, just moving up here for school recently, this team does look very solid, especially on that pass attack, and it's been a really fun game to watch, a really good team on my end.
Paps gets around some blockers across the 35 and is shoved out of bounds, not tackled with some strong stiff arms. 8:43 to play in the third quarter, and Green Canyon will start from the 38.
Yeah, it looks like right there at the end of the play, trying to get a little hands to the face penalty there. It's not enough there. The ref not throwing the flag.
Hard to get one as a stiff arm man unless you grab the face mask and rip the helmet off. Easier to get that flag pulled on you defensively. Wilson moves his back directly next to him on the left, trips out to the right. Edelmayer by himself on the left side makes the quick comebacker, and that ball was intended for Schramm. It was knocked out of the air by another receiver.
Yeah, that ball just really thrown to nobody. Nobody was really turned around ready to return that ball, receive it there. Not really sure what was going through the mind there. But lucky break there, I guess you could say, for Green Canyon. Multiple defenders there.
8:39 left in the third quarter after the incompletion at 2nd and 10.
And it looks like Green Canyon's going to continue trying to play that small ball game.
Wilson quicks the fake throw, immediately takes off up the middle of the pocket. Big hole opens up to the left. He gets across the sticks, across midfield, and he'll be taken down at the 46.5. Into Skyview territory, 8.5 to go in the third. Wolves working it right to left here in the second half along the near side hash mark. Sorry, go ahead, Jacob.
No, you're good. I was just going to say Wilson, doing it, showing his agility here tonight, weaving in and out, those spin moves, those quick jab steps, taking the different sides. You saw him kind of stall behind the line there and then take it out on the near side up the line. Beautiful execution. He's got a lot of speed there. Again, this is my first time I've seen him play, but from what I'm seeing, it is looking fantastic. He's able to move really quickly with that ball.
8:05 now. Again, back motions up to the left of Wilson. Twins on either side. Wilson looking to throw. Gets it down the sideline to Schramm. It's a great 12-yard comebacker across the sticks for a 1st and 10 at the 33.
Beautiful piece there. Threw it in between two defenders. Maybe three defenders there for Skyview. None of the defenders able to actually turn around, though, and get a hand on that ball. Just dotted up perfectly, showing both sides of play here from Peyton.
Hayden Schramm came into the game at 821 yards, 11 touchdowns on the season. He's up to 12 touchdowns and probably approaching 900 yards, if not there already. Wilson trips right. Solo receiver out to the left and a back to his right in the backfield. Again, it's the fake throw. Takeoff for Wilson. There's a flag thrown in holding territory. Wilson's got blockers across the 20. Shifts to his left, taken down at the 16.
Wow, what a run.
Was it a flag, though, or was it a towel? I saw something fly up into the air.
There was a flag. The refs' flags tonight are pink, so it does kind of look a little trippy not seeing that yellow flag, but I did see the flag get thrown by that line judge.
Yeah, you saw something go up in the air.
Yeah, I did too. Looks like we're going to have the official meeting here. Just shiftiness. Stalling behind his defenders and his blockers there was Wilson.
My assumption is that was a hold on Green Canyon because that's the territory of the field the flag came into.
It looked like it was.
Oh, it's a false start.
Yeah, looked like it was done right.
So they gave Green Canyon a free
yeah.
play for no reason. And again, we had to touch on this at the beginning of the season this year. But especially in high school football, man, if it's a false start, you have to kill the play. Don't let these kids potentially injure themselves for a play that's not going to matter. It's going to cost them 10. I'll make it 1st and 20 from the 38.
.746
The sticks
here.
are out of place on the far sideline. The line to gain is at the 18.
Yeah, they were way off.
Wilson's going to hand this off up the middle, and this time the whistles come in after the snap. What is this going to be?
I can see the Skyview coach over there yelling there on the 40. Some fans having some choice words here for the refs. I think they might be talking about that, just those chains there, Stockton, like you were talking about.
Well, and listen, the other thing, too, is the only reason this should be whistled dead is if there was a timeout called by Skyview over there, but they called it too late. The ball was already in play.
Well, like I was saying, that Skyview coaching, because I was out on the 40 numbers there on that far side here.
And if that's on the official, like that's probably not on Skyview's coach. That's on the official for not hearing him, not calling it. That's that official's job. We'll see what this call is going to be, but Green Canyon was about to run for positive yardage before that play was whistled dead.
Looks like they didn't have the...
They've moved the first down marker 5 yards back now, so is this about to be a 5-yard penalty on Green Canyon?
They also moved, they moved the down marker as well, another 5 yards back as well. Standing solo.
All of the chains are out of place right now.
Yes, it's a cluster.
Tied at 21 with 7:44 to play in the third quarter, and the officials don't really know what's going on right now. Neither do we, so we're waiting on an explanation from them.
In Stockton, I just want to highlight really quick. Looks like there's a head on a pole here in one of the student sections. I'm not exactly sure what that is.
They're getting creative over there. There's a light bulb underneath the head, too. They're lighting it up every now and then.
Okay. Yeah, again, not from here, not exactly sure if that's a common thing, but...
So the officials have now come over to explain to JT Towley what they're about to call.
He doesn't look
The
too
chains have moved
angry.
again. And he's not irate, so I don't think it's going to be a penalty against Green Canyon. But, again, if you have to charge Skyview with a timeout here, or there has to be a penalty. Otherwise, what are we doing?
I don't think we know what we're doing, Stockton, here.
I'm unfortunately going to have to agree with you. They are still talking.
They are on that by the 40 on that far side there. You can see all the receivers, though, already lined up, ready to play. These boys want to play. 21-21 here, tied. Third quarter. Rivalry game here tonight.
It's a great way to take air out of a building.
Exactly.
Kill momentum.
Kill the vibe. Big pass, big run play, brought back by the flag, but still a lot of momentum on Green Canyon side here now. We'll see. Looks like we're finally able to put out. Looks like we're moving back another 5 yards.
Oh, my goodness. They are going to mark off 5 for Green Canyon.
For what, though? That's the big question.
I would love to hear what that call is.
And now
because
coach is
keep
irate.
in mind, Jacob, that play didn't even happen. They whistled the play dead before it even occurred. So what is the penalty?
Because if they called a 10-yard penalty on a false start, I'm not sure. Is it 10? I believe it's 10. in high school.
Yeah, so it's 5 yards, which is a holding, but holding didn't occur because the play didn't occur.
Yeah, they called a false start on that flag, and now the coaches are pointing. I think the official's confused again as well. Looks like they're waving them off again here. Going to talk back over to Skyview.
Yeah, the officials are telling the Skyview defensive lineman what's going on, but Green Canyon's coaching staff is still in the dark.
And they're starting to play a little bit of music here. It's been a long break here.
I'm going to go ahead and sit down for a second because I don't think anything's going to happen anytime soon. And listen, we had to cancel a high school football game early this season because of threats against officials and by extent their families, which is never okay. And so we like to try and be as calm and respectful with the officiating crew as possible. We appreciate them giving their time coming out here and everything. But it's instances like this where I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Green Canyon picks up 15 yards on the ground. It's called back by a false start that happens to be called after the play, which if it was a false start, you have to kill that play from the start. Now we have a 5-yard penalty on a play that never occurred. I'm not sure where that came from. The chains on the far side of the field have been wrong for about 10 minutes now. And they're still not moving because it should be first and 38 from the current spot of the ball.
Yeah.
There's just it's
a rough one.
Again, we appreciate their time and their dedication to being out here, but it's not rocket science, boys.
Yeah, I would have to 100% agree with you. And it looks like the head official's coming back maybe over to Green Canyon sideline. Yep, here we're about to see.
JT wants an explanation.
He does.
Now.
I don't blame him either.
Yeah, I
want an explanation. 10 minutes, yes,
I don't think
absolutely.
our PA announcer is going to know what to say because no one's told us what's going on. That penalty, there was never a flag thrown when they moved that ball back 5 yards for fun.
Yeah.
I'm just at a loss.
Yeah, this has been an interesting few minutes here, but it looks like we're finally able to play football again.
Sweet. They're not even going to tell us what's wrong, but it's
first and 15.
Somehow it's first and 15 when it should be first and 25. I am genuinely lost.
Looks like they're just going to try to air it out here.
Nope. Wilson's going to scramble up the middle, pocket collapsing. He gets at least 10 up across the 35 to the 34. So I guess we're just going to play that as 2nd and 6 now. The chains we're just going to go with that.
I still have multiple questions, but I'm just going to forget about it, let that play go. But
you and me both.
Another run there by Wilson.
Let's hope things are a little bit more calm at the Bell tomorrow, or the conference might give me a call again.
Exactly. We'll keep you in line, I promise.
Wilson hands off up the middle, tackled at the line. That's going to be a pickup of 1 to bring up 3rd and 5.
And the Wolves just can't let that whole Shavakadu, mess with what their momentum is happening. Just this light run ball, 2-yard run. They need to capitalize. They need to get this energy flowing again. I just felt the energy get sucked out of the room. They need to really start playing if they want to get some points on the board here. This Skyview defense has proven that they're not someone to mess with. That first drive in that first half, they know that they can stop them. Green Canyon's got to come out here swinging there.
And again,
keep going.
I've said it a couple times today. You're inside of Tanner Holt's wheelhouse, but field goals are just not going to get it done tonight.
Nope.
6.5 to go. 3rd and 5. Wilson scrambling, gets it out.
Nice.
On the sideline, Hayden Schramm is right there. Up to the 21, 1st and 10. Those 12-yard comebackers down that near sideline for Hayden Schramm have been open all night, Jacob.
Yeah, and they did it just before we had everything kind of happen there. He had another comebacker, which is about just in front of the 20, about the 21, 22-yard line. He's open, and I think that Wilson knows that he's there. He knows he's available, but it's been interesting. The Skyview hasn't been able to capitalize on that. They know it's coming, and they still haven't done anything yet. That might be something to kind of watch for this defense.
Handoff up the middle. Green Canyon stopped at the 20. Second effort gets him up to the 17. It's good for 4 yards. 2nd and 6 upcoming.
Yeah, and we were talking about Jenkins as well, kind of keep running into that O-line and that D-line, and we just saw it again there. He's not expanding his horizons. I'm not sure if that's the play call, if that's just what he keeps doing, but it hasn't been working tonight. We saw that not working in the first half, and we're seeing it still here. Skyview's still on that. Might need to find some other options if he wants to get some rushing yards here on the board.
Wilson, bit of a high snap, but he corrals it. Great handoff up the middle, is going to have enough for the first to the 10-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal with all 10 yards to go.
And then that was kind of maybe a little bit of an announcer jinx there. Went up the middle again, had an opening there. Working a little bit on that play, but overall this game, the middle pocket hasn't been open. Might need to change it up, but that was a beautiful execution there. Beautiful run by Jenkins. ran it again. Kind of an interesting play call as well. Didn't work. They ran it again. Must have a lot of confidence in that O-line to make a gap, and it worked there, though.
5.5 to go in the third quarter. Green Canyon tied at 21, looking to take the lead for the 4th time tonight. Wilson, again, handoff up the middle, good for at least 3. The pile falls down at the 7. Down to 5:10 to go in the quarter. 8:43 local time, so over an hour and a half into this one. And before we get a little too much further into this game, huge shout out to the Green Canyon band and the drum corps.
Yeah, that was
fantastic. That was a
fantastic
show they put on, and I've mentioned this a couple times before up in this booth, but I was a band kid, I was a theater kid all throughout high school. The arts are very important to me, and those kids put on a show.
Absolutely, and like I was saying earlier as well, I'm from Texas, so I've seen some pretty massive bands, and
DCI is huge down there.
That just washed me away. It was great.
Wilson, fake handoff, throw to Schramm, slant, hands, touchdown.
Schramm with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Beautiful catch. You saw him get up one-handed, ball up in the air. Let's take a look at that replay once it gets ready, but beautiful execution there. You see Schramm. Oh, we're going to have a little bit of time to wait, but that was fantastic, and that is why he has so many rushing yards, and that's why he's ranked here in 4A, ranked in Region 11, number 1 wide receiver here. You see up the middle, just missed out of frame, but a great grab, though, overall. Fantastic. We've seen some great catches here tonight, Stockton, on both sides of the field. Been looking great. Been looking absolutely fantastic. Those deep balls with Skyview as well right here. And looks like we're going for 2. Looks like we have Peyton Wilson coming back out on the field, waving him back on. Possibly. And yes, looks like we are going to go for 2. 15 seconds.
No, they're going to keep Holt.
They're going to stay it. All right.
Wilson is the holder for Tanner Holt, so it looks deceiving.
But yeah, it does, 100%.
Snap, holding, kicker, all good. 28-21,
Nice.
Green Canyon. 4:35 to go in the third. 16:35 to go in regulation. And we're just going to keep going back and forth, Jacob. Do you think the Bobcats, again, respond on this successive drive, or do you think Green Canyon can maybe stretch this lead out late in the game? I know you haven't watched a whole lot of Green Canyon football, if any at all, but they are very much a second-half team.
Well, if they are, then it'll be interesting to see how they come out and capitalize. We saw on that first drive they were able to. But it is kind of make or break here. If Green Canyon can make a big stop here on Skyview, get ahead by 2 touchdowns, take that momentum away, stay 1 score ahead, there's no more back and forth. They're ahead, and they're ready to keep playing. Again, this might be our telltale sign. Is this going to keep being a back and forth game? Stockton, I don't know about you, but I really do enjoy these back and forth games. It makes a lot of fun. The boys will come out playing even harder, making those big catches, big time catches. But again, this will be a very telling sign. Do they come out right here, get ahead, stay ahead, or is it going to continue being a back and forth game? I'm not sure what's going to happen again. I haven't watched many games with these guys. But overall, it's going to be a fun one to watch here, coming up here at the end of quarter number 3.
Certainly been a game fitting of a rivalry here in North Logan. Just a couple miles separate these two schools, as Holt puts his boot into this one and sends it through the north end zone. 4:35 to go in quarter number 3. The Wolves up by a touchdown. Both teams right at about 500% on possessions against scoring possessions.
Yeah.
And for Skyview, I mean, the clear favorite has been throw the ball 20 yards down the field, find your receivers, find number 24, Liam Guthrie, find number 11, Lincoln Ballard. They've been able to exploit, some unfavorable coverage schemes.
Speaking of Lincoln Guthrie, is he back on yet?
Thrown out to the left side. Caught on the quick screen. It'll be a pickup of 7.
He is back on. All right. We are good.
I think it was Ballard on that catch. No, it was number 10.
That was Ballard, I believe. Or Gunnell, one of the two.
One of the two. Those numbers kind of look the same from up here. Fake handoff. Clark is going to take it himself around the left edge and gets to the sticks.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
A bit of a surprise there. Again, just over 20 yards on the season for Jack Clark rushing. He's not much of a mobile quarterback.
Well, we've seen him move today. This has been a fast-paced offense, not really taking those huddles, so they got to do what they got to do. Again, play clock not really going below 20 here tonight. But overall, he's using his wheels, doing what they need to do to stay in this game with this really fast-paced Green Canyon defense.
Well, he doesn't need to be mobile given how much protection he's been getting from Skyview's offensive line. They've been fantastic
Absolutely.
in pass protection today. Stokes goes out to the left side. Now they're going to take a deep shot down the field. Broken coverage, but the ball was a fingertip too far. That would have been the tie right there, but Zach Oxborough could not haul it in.
Yeah, and he just burnt the defender there. Gunter, multiple steps out in front, just the ball just thrown a little too far. But like we've been kind of saying, Stockton, they've really, that secondary for the Wolves has to lock in if they want to be able to defeat these deep balls.
Hand off to Stokes. Tries to go left side. He'll get a yard. 3rd and 9 coming up. Sub 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Our score update from down in Millville, like we said, probably only going to need one of these tonight. It's 38-0 Ridgeline in the third quarter. So
that could do it.
You can make your own assumptions going on from here.
Might have been a jump there, no call though by the officials. Going to let this play clock kind of run down a little bit here.
Trips off to the right for Clark. He's got Stokes to his right. Guthrie, solo receiver on the left sideline. 3rd and 9. Play clock down to 10. Snap comes in. Clark looking to throw. Goes left for Guthrie and misses. 4th and 9. Should be an easy decision to punt the ball away here in Green Canyon. That's a huge momentum builder if you can go and even score 3 here. Make this a 2-possession game.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we said. This will be a kind of a telling sign of how this game's going to play out. Green Canyon making the stop that they need. Now, can they capitalize on the offensive front, get 2 scores ahead, have a little bit of those insurance points on the board, play their game of football, play their version how they want to play it, not having to rush downfield and get a points to get ahead or return the points. Overall, massive stop there by the Wolves, what they needed here.
Bobcats are going to punt from the far hash marks left to right. Just barely getting that one away, but it's a good punt. It'll take a bounce and stop in front of Paps. He's going to roll backwards to the 36. Green Canyon will have about 64 yards to go between them and Paydirt. 3:08 remaining in the third quarter, and I think you might start to break out some of the jumbo package here and just eat that clock.
Yeah, eat the clock. Still only here in the third quarter, but we've seen these teams, even when they are actually trying to get down the field pretty quickly, still take up a lot of time. And they know, both teams know that they can get the ball. Like we saw, 59 seconds? Skyview got a touchdown, got those 7 points on the board. So they know they can do it quickly or they can do it slowly. Eat up the time as much as they can now. Play their version of football. They're 1 score ahead, but don't make any stupid plays here.
That's a handoff up the middle. Wilson corrals the high snap. It'll be a pickup of 5. Green Canyon, you just love running the ball 5 yards on first down. It makes the rest of that series so much easier.
And it's been that the whole game for Green Canyon. 5-yard pass, 5-yard rush. That's been their game plan this whole game, and it's been working really well for them.
You're listening to Region 11 football on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan, the home of Green Canyon and Skyview football, respectively. This production brought to you by Great Basin Graphics, custom t-shirts, detailed embroidery, and graphic designs that will get your business noticed. 2.5 to go now in the third quarter. Wilson takes the snap, fakes the pump, tries to take off, and is waist tackled at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for 2 yards. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, he almost got away with another one there off the edge. He has been really shifty, really quick, using those defenders, kind of stalling behind them. A couple jab steps here and there. I know I keep saying it's Stockton, but he's doing really well on that rush game again. And that's exactly what a versatile tool that they do need tonight, again, with this Skyview defense.
Minute 56. Clock still running. Green Canyon 3rd and 3 would love to convert here. They could take this all the way to the fourth quarter if they do. They got the jump, but they didn't snap the ball. Would have been a free play. Wilson takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, through the bodies, and across the sticks. First down at the 48.
Yep, and they're going to move those 6 there. Just plowing through. Starting to make a little bit happen, though, going straight through that line. We weren't really seeing that in the first half, kind of getting stopped and stalled by that O-line. But they're really starting to punish through there. Jenkins, again, been the main person kind of going off, attacking that line. We saw that with the touchdown earlier, and then that first down right there. Beautiful execution. Starting to work, starting to have something happen.
Now down to less than a minute 20 to go. Green Canyon only has to snap the ball 2 more times before the fourth quarter. Blitz coming from Skyview, and the rush goes nowhere. first true tackle for loss for the Bobcats today, aside from that Wilson strip sack that should have been a strip sack that was called an incompletion.
Yeah, solo sack there by Gavin Reed. Big momentum killer there for Green Canyon. You can kind of hear the fans kind of starting to silence down a little bit. That might be a big play, big crucial play on the defensive end for Skyview.
So only 2 yards off there. Again, a little bit generous spotting at the high school level.
Definitely.
Wilson takes the snap, rolls to his right, and immediately takes off. 5 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards, and a first down for Peyton Wilson. He just makes it look so easy.
He does. Stockton, we were talking about that, being shifty on the outside. I can't say it enough. Super quick. Skyview, Bobcats having a really hard time of stopping him on those rush attempts, on those rushing yards. Stockton, I wish we could have stats now. We can see how many rushing yards he has, because I'm sure it's well up, probably in the 200 range tonight.
3-second difference between the game clock and the play clock means that we are going to the fourth quarter. Green Canyon up 28-21. 1st and 10 on the Skyview 38 when we come back. And Jacob, you got to feel comfortable if you're Green Canyon about where you're at in this game.
Yeah, they know they have the run game on lockdown with Wilson. Skyview hasn't shown they have had any opportunity to shut that down. As well with Scram, they're able to get some passes out there. They're in good field range. They're doing really well moving the ball downfield. Just take up some time, get 2 scores ahead here.
Quick break on 100.9 and 106.9 The Fan as we head to the fourth quarter. 28-21, Green Canyon looking to stretch the lead out and hang on in North Logan.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
Time for the fourth quarter here in North Logan. Green Canyon looking to pick up a couple more first downs and another touchdown, stretch that lead out to 2 possessions. The first down run is going to be good for just a yard. Wilson coming over to the sideline, seemingly not too thrilled about that play call.
No, definitely not. Big stop there, drops back a yard for the Wolves there. Obviously not the most ecstatic, trying to get something rolling here. Right now they need to kind of waste some time, but if they don't score here, Stockton, that could be crucial. Even a field goal won't be enough, honestly, to stop this Skyview offense if they do get rolling here in fourth quarter.
2nd and 9. Back is motioned up to the right of Wilson. Trips left. Edelmayer by himself on the right sideline. It's a fake quarterback draw. Wilson gets drilled across the line of scrimmage, but picks up 5. That'll take a 2nd and 9 to a 2nd and 4.5.
Colby Knight actually almost running into Peyton Wilson there on the run. You saw him shift in between a gap there in the O-line. Again, just he's moving quick, and they're doing well. Just got to continue running down this clock as much as they can before they got to get that ball back over to Skyview.
10 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Again, this is the last game of the regular season in high school football in Utah. The RPI rankings that determine our playoff bracket will be released at 10 a.m. Saturday morning, October 19th. Speaking from personal experience, you'll probably not be able to see them until about 11 because the website gets flooded. It slows down. You got to wait to get that loaded up. But as mentioned, the top 8 teams in that 4A RPI will have a first-round bye. They won't play until the second round where they're guaranteed to play at home. And the winner of this game has a very good chance of sneaking into 6, 7, or 8, Jacob. So,
absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch again. Stockton, not from Utah, not used to the bracket here. Texas high school football is pretty big, but this is a lot of fun to watch. Both student sections really coming out. Utah football's got a lot of talent. We see these deep balls, these amazing catches here. Scram on the offense, with Green Canyon over the way to Lincoln Ballard getting some amazing catches as well as Liam Guthrie. A lot of talent here in Utah. Beautiful 4A school, beautiful backdrop. It's been a lot of fun here today, a lot of fun to watch. And, like you were saying, the playoffs here, last regular season game, we see some really good teams out here, and I'm super excited to see how the playoff plays out.
Green Canyon forced to call their first timeout of the half there. 10:32 to go in quarter number 4. They lead 28-21, and a 3rd and 4 coming up. Big conversion here if Green Canyon wants to continue to work that clock down. From the current spot of the ball, you're looking at about a 49-yard field goal for Tanner Holt. I don't know if that's within range. I've never seen him kick that far in a game. Wilson, pocket collapsing, goes over to the right, finds Colby Knight. Knight has just enough for the first down.
Yep, just makes it there on the first down. Big hit, though. Gets up, though. Beautiful execution. It's what they needed. Looks like we are going to have a clock stoppage, though, while they move possibly. Oh.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 27, which is a yard past the sticks, so they will stop it to move and then start the clock again. Less than 10:15 to go.
And they just need to keep eating time here.
I don't want this ball snapped until about 6 on the play clock for the rest of the game if I'm Coach Tyree Lee Ely.
You may get that here as well.
Wilson snaps it with 7. Handoff up the middle. Oh, Skyview was ready for the run. They get him again in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 1.
And all these tackles for losses here for Skyview has been with those balls coming right up the middle on those handoffs to the running backs. Again, Jenkins getting stuffed up quite a bit there. We see it happening again. They got lucky on that one play on the north end of the field. Again, if it's not happening, they need to stop wasting the opportunities to score. They do need to get on the board. That's one thing they can't forget about here on this drive.
A big thank you to the Green Canyon Booster Club, who support sports throughout the year, and would like to say thank you to all the businesses and individuals around Cache Valley who support Green Canyon and its student athletes. 9:14 to play. Wilson takes the snap with 3 on the play clock, looking to his left, now has to go right through the middle, has enough, spins past one tackler, up to the 15, drops the shoulder, the scrum's going to push him to the 14, and Green Canyon has another first down in the red zone.
Oxborough there for Skyview, got a little tripped up, got a little shifty by Wilson. Beautiful run, really athletic, really able to just turn on a dime. Beautiful spin move, puts them within 15 yards here on the goal with 8:53 on the clock, up by 7 here for the Wolves.
8:45 as they break the huddle. It's going to be trips left, Schramm out wide on that left side. Single back to the left of Wilson. Edelmayer again by himself on the right sideline. Handoff up the middle. Good running. Should pick up about 3. I think they're going to give him the 12-yard line, so it's a 2-yard run, 2nd and 8.
We've kind of seen with Green Canyon, they're running up the middle first or second play and then just giving Wilson the ball. We probably haven't seen a pass here, probably about 8 or 9 plays here from the Wolves, so they know what they're doing. They're moving quick. They're putting a lot of trust here in Wilson to get them the yards that they need, and it has been working really well. 12 on the 12-yard line here. Still have an opportunity for a first down, I think about the 4 or the 5, so it's all kind of coming together. They're really putting a lot of trust there in their quarterback.
Under 8 to go now. Wilson's going to move his back to his left, twins either side. Schramm on the near sideline. Wilson looks that way, scans back to the left, gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, somehow gets away from 3 and 4 across the 5. First down, Wolves.
Wow, I keep saying it. That was insane. Whiffs 2 defenders on the juke, couple side steps, and a spin move. Guys, we're watching a really athletic player here. Fantastic execution there by Wilson. Looks like we're going to have a replay here as well. Let's take a look here. Snaps the ball. One defender comes in, breaks the block there. 2,
he should have been dead
3,
to rights right there.
3 defender blocks. That is insane, Stockton, to see happening in front of our eyes.
This time a handoff around the outside right edge, and that's a tackle for loss back to the 6. 2nd and goal after the drop of 2. On the tackle there for Skyview, I believe that was number 8, Murdoch. That's Skylar Murdoch. Murdoch came into this one with 90 total tackles on the season.
You know, if I'm Coach JT, I say maybe hand it off one more time, let Skyview get a stop, and then give it to Wilson and just let him take it to the house. They know he's able to do it. He's had some longer runs than where they're even at. They're at the 6. He's had longer runs than that. He's able to get it in the goal. But they just need to keep wasting that time. Don't give it up too quick.
Wilson is going to scramble off to the left. Tried to beat everyone around the edge. Stutter step, cuts back again, cuts back a third time. He's going to go the long way through the middle goal line. No!
Oh, my gosh.
A yard short. The ball came out.
Oh!
The ball came out. Whose ball is it?
Wow.
He went down on the 1. The ball came out on the 1. They're going to say Green Canyon's got it. 3rd and goal at the 1. Wilson scrambled right back on top of it. Knows the football is basically kissing the plane of the goal line.
Yeah. That run in Stockton, we've seen, 3 insane runs there by Wilson. Running back and forth. That looks like, kind of an EA Madden game where you're just trying to mess with your friends.
Here it is, 3rd and goal. Handoff to Martin up the middle. He is swarmed. That's going to be a loss of a yard. Skyview knew the run was coming. Martin goes down behind the play. A flag goes flying in the air, and that, I'm not going to lie, it looked a little bit like a dive from Baxter.
It did, but
he just kind of baseball slid to the ground. What's the flag going to be, though? This is huge because Xander Stokes already had one earlier in the game. He's not on the field right now.
Yeah, this could be a massive break for Green Canyon. 4th and 2 now on the goal line, needing to score. Not being able to really make anything happen here. Making a lot happen, but not really able to get the yards that they need. But the official's talking it out. Let's get the call here.
White Hat has a personal foul on Green
Canyon.
And a personal foul on Skyview. 2 offsetting. It'll be 4th and goal from the 2.
Stockton, interview coach JT here. What are you thinking here with this, seeing what you've seen so far from Peyton Wilson and the offense?
Real talk, my mind's going to the defense right now and how they've bowed up late in this game. Yeah. I'm kicking the field goal here. I'm going up by 10, and I'm going to trust my defense.
Great call, great take. 6 minutes on the clock here. I'm going to have to agree with you on that. We have seen Skyview be able to dump that ball out, but if Green Canyon gets this ball back, they know they are able to waste the time and do a really good job of that, especially with that run game.
So Holt does trot onto the field. Wilson in position as the holder. It will be a field goal try for Tanner Holt. The ball's on the 1. This is going to be an 18-yard field goal. This is as short as you can possibly kick a three-pointer.
Yeah, basically, PAT, we've seen him sink them way above the goalpost here.
I've seen him hit from beyond 50 in warm-ups, and that one is no different. 31-21 with 5:39 to play in North Logan. We'll take a quick step aside here as we approach the last little bit of the game. When we come back, the Bobcats have to respond in North Logan. Jacob, what do you think we're going to see here?
I think we're going to see a couple of deep balls. This Skyline offense knows that they can burn that secondary for Green Canyon. It's going to be a fun one here. 5:39 left in the quarter. We'll be right back.
I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
All right, the Beats.
Green Canyon born to run away with this one. 10-point lead with 5:39 to play in North Logan, and all they've got to do is make one more defensive stop. Stockton Jukes and Jacob Pitcher with you on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9. Short kickoff from Holt, fielded at the 11-yard line. Bobcats around the left edge. Blockers there. The cutback, though, is into traffic, and they'll be taken down at the 34. 5.5 to play. You're listening to Region 11 football on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan, home of Green Canyon and Skyview football, respectively. If you're streaming along with us on YouTube or on CashValleyDaily.com, your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. AdamsWealthAdvisors.com. Well, here it goes.
It's getting electric.
The drive of the game for Skyview. And Jack Clark is going to try and make it a young Toyota and young Honda drive of the game. We'll see what he's got. High snap off the fingertips of Clark. He's immediately swarmed. Takes a shot down the field. Oh. It's over the head of his intended target.
Wow. Not the cleanest pass by Clark, but just a great job of even getting it off. I thought he was about to get absolutely planted into the ground there. Still managed to get it off. Threw it a little bit far. Again, this Green Canyon defensive secondary still unable to keep up with these receivers for Skyview. That is something they need to clean up here if they want to stay in this one.
It was Oxborough that broke free again, but he was just overthrown, and it was wide too. And that time, Jack Clark just misses a simple bubble screen to Xander Stokes. 3rd and 10.
Probably the second pass mistake. First one we can understand, a deep ball, but that one just can't happen in a tight game like this. Got to hit your receiver on that slant route. Got to get him so he can go downfield and get y'all some yards. Now you're 3rd and 10. You were 4 and out on your last drive here. Now you're 3rd and 10. This can't happen. They need to lock in here if they want to keep in this game.
It's one of the ones that I call a pee-wee play call. It's a play call that you should be familiar with since the time you're 6 years old. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 3rd and 10. Bobcats need the conversion to keep this game alive. Clark down the middle. He's got a man. It's caught. Oh. At the 25. Wow. The Bobcats keep it going. And again, they just cannot be stopped through the middle of the field. The receiver on that one, number 49. So we try and look.
I think that was Oxborough, I believe.
Was it Oxborough?
It was Oxborough.
Oh, there's
a
mark on his jersey that makes it look like a 4 now.
It was Oxborough there.
1st and 10 from the 25. Handoff to Stokes. He gets a bounce around the right side, but he'll only pick up 2. Good tackling from behind makes it 2nd and 8 from the 23.
You know, if I'm the Bobcats now, I'm going to keep pushing downfield. 4:53 on the clock. We saw Green Canyon waste that time in the beginning here in the 4th quarter. They need to keep passing this ball. They need to keep getting it up there. They know they can beat the secondary. Keep doing what you can do best.
Clark fakes the handoff, looks to his left, trying to throw over the middle at the goal line.
That's a catch.
No, it's not. No, it's dropped. Great coverage from Edelmayer to break that up on the contact.
Yeah, I thought he got that one, Stockton. Looks like he reeled that one in. But again, beautiful coverage there by Edelmayer.
See if we can't get the replay on this real quick.
But that, again, a beautifully executed defensive play there by the Wolves. As we look here at the replay, a deep ball. Gets that right
gets
hand.
The arm in from behind.
Gets that right arm in. That's exactly what the Wolves needed. Clock does stop, though, here at 4:35.
3rd and 9. Ball's on the 24. Low snap. Clark scoops it up. Throws over the middle. Missed his first target, but found his second.
He's got a first as well, and they're stopping the clock here to set up the chains.
Up to the 14, into the red zone.
Yeah.
Skyview 1st and 10.
And I was just, that pass earlier we saw, 3 or 4 plays ago, that was a crucial pass. Again, a crucial defensive block there for the Wolves, but they're rushing downfield, they're moving, and we've seen this happen earlier, and we're seeing it now. Can they capitalize here and not make any mistakes?
4-11, Clark with the handoff to Stokes up the middle, misses the first level, gets to the second level, finally shouldered down at the 6. Clock will run, under 4 minutes to play now, and keep in mind, Skyview, even with a touchdown here, is going to need an onside kick and at least a field goal.
Yeah, we've seen with the Wolves, Peyton Wilson being able to run, and Skyview has had no answer for that, so they need to capitalize here early.
Handoff, Stokes fakes it. Fade! Tipped by Edelmayer. Great play to the near corner. Almost had Oxborough on a one-on-one, but Cody Edelmayer stands tall again.
Second big block in the end zone for Edelmayer here on this drive. Really helping his team, really helping that secondary now. Can he keep that up? Can they hold him here with 3:38 on the clock here, 3rd and 2nd?
3rd and 2 from the 12. Or excuse me, the 7. Line to gain at the 5. Or is it the 6 and 4? We're at an angle here.
Something like that. 6.
Clark in the pistol. Stokes behind. Hands it off. They need 2 yards. They get at least 2, but that's where they will stop. Right on the line to gain at the 4. Clock will stop momentarily.
Need to get set here. Use this with what they have. 3:31 on the clock now. Big time play. Now it's time to put that ball in the end zone. Get 7 up on the board. Get 6. And keep rolling if they want a chance to stay in here. again, the Wolves will still be up by 3.
Motion across the formation. Jack Clark spins, looks to throw left side, and the tight end does not make the turn in time. Incompletion brings up 2nd and goal from the 4. 3:14 to play.
Quite possibly another wide throw as well there by Clark. Again, we're talking about Pee-wee plays. Maybe just not a spin in time, but they need to continue rolling into this end zone here.
That one less on Jack Clark for me and more on the receiver in Wilson. Now whistles, and they got Green Canyon for encroachment.
Yep.
Neutral zone infraction on the Wolves will take Skyview half the distance to the goal line. Will play 2nd down at 2nd and goal from the 2.
This might be an opportunity to give the ball to Stokes. Just let him, he's a big guy, just have him plow through that line, get into the end zone, not try to do too much, not try to mix up some passes. This might be the opportunity here for Stokes to get one under his belt.
Clark in the pistol again, has Stokes directly behind, hands it off left side. Stokes is hit at the 1, gets halfway there, but not all the way there, and the clock is going to run down towards 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes, 3rd down here.
Now, with Skyview still needing another possession, I'm surprised not to see them using at least one timeout here.
I think they're betting that they will get that ball back, or they'll try to use it on the offensive front with the Wolves here.
Clark, handoff again to Stokes. Stokes trying to fall to the goal line. He is stuck at the half-yard line.
Yeah, the official ran out on the field, but didn't blow it as a whistle there.
Now you're really in a bad spot when it comes to the clock for Skyview, because 2:35 to go. The clock's going to continue to run while the officials talk about the spot, and they've all very clearly decided they're short of the goal line.
Yeah.
4th and goal from the 1.
Huge play here for Skyview. They need this one right here if they want to stay in this game.
2:20 left, and Clark is just going to drop his head and scramble in.
That's
Again,
it.
You should have called that play 2 plays ago, and Skyview burnt way too much time off the clock there. 2:16 to play in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to kick it onside here.
They easily could have put up about,
well, you do have the timeouts to force Green Canyon if you can keep them to 3 and out.
I know, but we've seen this run game by Wilson that has had no response by that Skyview defense. If they just keep giving Wilson the ball, they know that they're going to be able to make it downfield. Skyview hasn't proved to anybody on that sideline that they are able to stop that run defense, and I'm sure Green Canyon knows that. Might not have been the smartest play, but if they can lock down Wilson, they might have a chance of staying in this one.
Extra point attempt incoming. Skyview gets it up and through. So they trail by 3, 31-28 with 2 minutes, 16 seconds to play. Green Canyon going to be receiving this kickoff in just a few seconds, and Coach Towley Ely has a lot to say to his team as they hustle back over to the sideline.
Yeah, he knows the big spot they're in. That Skyview offense is able to turn and burn downfield if they really wanted to, if they do end up getting this ball back. Skyview, they know that they have an elite weapon on their running game with Wilson. They are able to get it to him, are able to burn time. But again, 3 timeouts still with Skyview, are able to kind of play with the time here, try to use it to their advantage. Will they have the opportunity, though, again, with these really fast runs here by Wilson?
Crunch time in North Logan, brought to you by Reactive Physical Therapy. Great locations in North Logan and Providence with personalized care plans for your complete recovery. They treat chronic pain, sports injuries, and they help you out with that rehab. Never, ever, ever go small on the rehab either. PT is very important. 2 minutes, 16 seconds. Green Canyon's going to stack a bunch of people along the 50. Kick's going to come in from the 40, so they're expecting the onside here.
This is a very fun game to watch here, Stockton, I will say as well. Great game to call. Been a fantastic back-and-forth game by both teams. Again, those deal breakers, though, have been that run game for Green Canyon and that Green Canyon defense for that secondary, with the Skyline being able to get those deep balls. That has been the difference maker here in this one so far.
Here we go. Onside formation is drawn by Skyview. Green Canyon was ready for it. They're going to chip this one down to the 10. It's scooped up by Skyview. No, Green Canyon came away with it. Skyview touched it early anyway. They knocked it forward 9 yards from the kick, and Green Canyon falls on it. That is a huge recovery for Mr. Bryson Pabst.
Huge recovery. I really thought, again, I'm sure with you, Stockton,
I thought they ran that perfectly. It's the old Indianapolis Colts second half kickoff play where you just pooch that thing 10 yards and have your kicker fall right on top of it. It looked like he made contact with it a yard early, but either way, it took a weird bounce in the scrum, and Pabst came away with it. 1st and 10 Green Canyon from their own 45.
Now, It is turning to Skyview here. How are they going to be able to use their timeouts? How are they going to be able to use their defense to stop this run game, but also not get burned downfield and just have them put 7 up and just take it away there? This is a very tight matchup here. Skyview's got to play really smart, got to play really sound defense. The most sound we've seen from them all game if they want a chance to get a stop. They need to play like that first drive that they did here in the first quarter.
Green Canyon with 4 plays and a first down should be able to melt the rest of this clock away. 3-point lead for Wilson as he looks to throw. No, he's going to scramble left. It was a quarterback draw on the hezzy. He dives across the 50 to the 48. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. Beautiful work by Wilson, doing just enough and staying in bounds. Timeout number 1 called by Skyview to stop the clock at 2:05. They'll have 2 remaining.
You know, Skyview, again, with Wilson's shiftiness, Skyview is also having a tough time of even tackling him. Once they get a hand on him, he still pushes for another 5 yards. So they really need to use all their might, all their muscle to keep him back as far as they can here. We saw there, if Wilson just keeps doing that for the next few plays, it might be endgame for Skyview.
A big thank you to the Logo Shop as we near the end of this one. Our sponsors of the uniform check, Green Canyon in their all blacks and Skyview in the all whites tonight, a classic rivalry matchup. But the Logo Shop can really put your logo on just about anything. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, they all trust the Logo Shop because they logo stuff. It's what they do. Whistles bring us back out of the timeout with 2:05 to play in quarter 4. 3-point lead for Green Canyon, 3 yards away from the first down. And if my math is correct, if they pick up this first down, they should be able to melt the clock away.
It's too much math for me to do right now, Stockton. It's a little late. Got class in the morning.
They might need to run one more play, just get one more timeout off of Skyview's.
They stopped him.
Yeah, they did stop him short. It'll be a pickup of 2. Looks like they're going to spot this at the 46.
About a yard short, I believe. Definitely a nice, generous spot like you were talking about as well.
Exactly 1.5 yards shy of the sticks. Skyview forced to take their second timeout, and so now, for sure, if Green Canyon breaks across here, a first down with 1:55 and a timeout called by Skyview. You've got 40 seconds on the play clock. You can kneel the ball down 3 times, and you're done.
And Stockton, if let's say they do get the stop here, do you go for it on 4th here, or do you punt it away? What are you kind of thinking on that? Because they know they have that run game on lockdown. Even if it's just half a yard, they might be able to get it. But do you risk that deep ball going there? Or they might punt it out. I don't know. That's why I'm trying to see what your thoughts are on that.
I don't want to have to think about that until it needs to be thought about. So let's see what they can do here on 3rd and 1.5. But that's an uncomfortable position to have to be in.
Yeah. Definitely agree. And Skyview's out there. They're ready to play.
My gut says run the ball just based purely on the fact that you're in the gray zone anyway. I don't know.
Let's think about it after this play here. If we get it, 3rd and 1, 1:59 on the clock. Wolves up by 3.
Back to his left, trips right. Schramm by himself. They're going to run it up the middle. That's enough. That's enough by a yard.
No,
they're going to hold him short. They're going to spot him a yard short of where he was.
Yeah, Stockton, I'm not sure about that.
I saw the ball break through another yard past where the sideline official ran in from, and they're going to stop the clock.
I wonder if we have a replay.
4th and inches.
I wonder if we can get a replay off that as well. It's a good angle shot here as we have a Skyview player down. Let's take a look at this replay here.
Oh, I was not ready for it.
Oh, no.
Let's try it one more time.
Try it one more time.
There we go. Oh, it was right at the end of the play. Yeah,
might have broke the plane, might not have. Again, we don't have that replay capabilities here in high school. Looks like a cramp there. That might honestly be a tactic there to stop the clock by Skyview, honestly.
They're going to get charged the timeout anyway.
Okay, absolutely. But still, big stop.
Well,
Massive
all right,
stop.
so now you got to think about it. 1:54 to go. The clock is stopped. Skyview is out of timeouts, and you've got about a football's length to a first down.
My opinion, Stockton, fake punt. No, I'm just jigging.
No,
but I will say I think they should punt it away, get the ball out. You know, we have seen these big plays happen by the Skyview offense, so it would really just take 2 big plays to really make it downfield for them here, versus if they're down within the 10 possibly, they might have to get 3 or 4 big plays to get downfield. And we're about to see right now what we have going on. Looks like they are going to go for it.
Yeah, and I think you have to here, but I again, am just not a fan of that spot. The sideline official backtracked a yard on his way in to spot the ball.
He did.
It looked pretty clear that he had gotten to the sticks.
Definitely broke the plane.
And the sticks should be on the 45 anyway, but the line to gain is for some reason on the 44. So That's been an issue all night. The chain gang has been as lost as the officials have.
Well, we're about to see right now what's happening. Oh, it might be trying to get a jump here.
Yeah, Wilson with the hard count. Now looks to the sideline. We'll see how gutsy
Coach,
JT's feeling.
He's feeling it right now, pointing up once to the air. You see him on the bottom left of your screen.
The power back is to the left of Peyton Wilson. 5 on the play clock. Wilson. You've got to be joking.
Oh, man!
You've got to be joking. Green Canyon jumps on the false start. Coach Towie Ely is about to throw a fit.
They're trying to say...
No, they're going to say, they might say Skyview jumped in the trenches on the near side.
They might be saying...
The entire Green Canyon football team is coming over to the sideline.
Max Castillo
and
there.
to the head official to talk about this, and Coach Towie Ely's got his headset off. He was jumping and pointing frantically. It's going to be a huge call.
That play's just erupted right there on that play. It's a massive call. False start.
Yeah, it's a false start on Green Canyon. Towie Ely's immediately going to go talk to the official. That's a couple plays.
That's huge.
Wow. That have been a helping hand to the other side.
Wow.
A bad spot. I don't know enough about that false start call, but if Coach Towie Ely is that convinced, he's not really one to argue unless he knows he's right.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was number 5. I think they were trying to say Max Castillo on the near side. Receiver jumped. Understandable if that is what he's thinking.
So it's going to be 4th and 6 now, and I think you have to punt.
Yeah,
They're not going to.
They are not. And this is a big play, too. Again, we've seen it all game, though, Stockton. Peyton Wilson able to be shifty and shifty. Whatever vocabulary you want to use, he's able to beat these defenders. Even when there's a hand on him, he's still able to get another 5 yards. It's a massive play. You can hear that other sideline on the opposite side with Skyview erupting right now. They know how big this play is.
Wilson takes the snap, and it's a rugby punt. It's a rugby punt. I should have seen that coming, to be honest. It's going to bounce all the way inside the 20. Green Canyon is going to stand over it until the whistles come in.
Trying to fan it.
And they'll stop the clock at 1:44. Ball's going to be on the 16. 84-yard field for Skyview. They've got no timeouts. Green Canyon's got 1. You take 3 shots down the middle of the field, Green Canyon better be playing the best cover 3 you've ever seen in your life.
And we haven't seen the best cover 3 of their life here tonight. Those deep balls have been burning this Skyview defense. Skyview's in a pretty solid position. We've seen them, again, go downfield in 59 seconds in that second quarter to get them on the board. Skyview knows it's doable. Will this Wolves defense step up here, not let him get burned? And also, will Jack Clark make those passes? We saw him kind of get a little sloppy there on that last drive.
We saw a turnover on the first offensive play of Skyview's evening. Have not seen one since. Here's Jack Clark looking to throw. Goes over the middle. Deep ball. Paps has a beat. Paps picks it off. Bryson Paps with the interception. He's going to run it back across the 50 and just kill that clock.
Wow.
Bryson.
Massive catch there. Massive catch. Again, we just said it. Jack Clark able to dice it up, did not. Threw it right to the defender. Let's look at this replay. Drop deep. Pocket collapsing on him from the backside. Deep ball. Picked off there.
Buddy.
Beautiful.
That's why he's also a receiver. You say it all the time about cornerbacks when they drop interceptions. That's why he's not a receiver. Well, Bryson Pabst is a receiver. Second turnover of the game on what could be Skyview's final offensive possession.
Absolutely.
They start their offensive day with a turnover, and they might have just ended it with 1.
And that is his second interception on the year. And I don't think you could have had a bigger opportunity for that. Rivalry game, senior night, 2 minutes on the clock, a team that they know can beat your defense, throws it deep, you're there, beautiful execution. That is exactly what the Wolves should have been doing all game, but it came when it needed it.
No more timeouts for the Bobcats. 90 seconds on the clock, 2 kneel downs, maybe 3 if Wilson can run some time off the clock here. We won't have to have that many, and he'll drop with 1:26, so they'll have to snap the ball 2 more times, but victory formation it is. And now Skyview is complaining about something that Peyton Wilson was doing. I have no clue what they are complaining about.
When they did pick off the ball, there was quite a bit of celebration, so I'm not sure if there's any chirping right now. Peyton Wilson's had a game, obviously, sportsmanship, but if there's anyone on that field right now that can talk some mess, it is him. And the student section with the "We Can't Hear You" chant.
Now, this is a historic win for Green Canyon, who, I mentioned this at the beginning of the broadcast, had never beaten Skyview until the playoffs in the quarterfinals last year in Smithfield. Have not beat Skyview in the regular season, but with this win tonight, as the clock winds down, Peyton Wilson will have to take one more knee. Green Canyon's going to move to 4-2 in region. They'll drop Skyview to 4-2 in region, and they will leapfrog the Bobcats for third place.
You know, Stockton, coming into this game today, we talked about how this was going to be a close matchup. We didn't know if it was going to be high scoring or low scoring, but this game has been so much fun to watch, so much fun to call. Deep balls, deep passes, fast runs. It's been great all around.
That's it. Peyton Wilson gets on the ground, hypes up the crowd. Green Canyon wins 31-28 against the Skyview Bobcats on senior night. Jacob, go ahead and give me your final thoughts from this game. We've still got plenty to talk about after the break.
Absolutely. Stockton, this game has been, again, like we were just saying, fantastic to watch. Peyton Wilson, though, 100% probably player of the game here, I'd say, if it was in my book. He is able to dice up those dotted pass over to Schramm on the corners. We saw that. We saw the fast runs, the agility, the skills, shiftiness, getting around the defenders, using his O-line to his advantage. Great game all around by the Wolves.
I'm going to run down to the field, see if I can't grab JT and Peyton Wilson for a couple words during our post-game show. Stick with us here on 100.9 and 106.9 The Fan. We will be right back with the post-game show here in North Logan. Green Canyon wins 31-28 to wrap up their regular season. We await the RPI.
Is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. The store details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon Sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays, witness their indestructible products online at castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations, call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Castelite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at Castelite.com.
Great Basin Graphics has quality screen printing, detailed embroidery, and award-winning graphic designers. The right look, the right design, the perfect fit. Get noticed with GBG. Get your order in today for spring products. Google Great Basin Graphics for screen printing and embroidery. 966 West 400 North in Logan.
Canyon High School would like to say thanks to all their Alpha sponsors for supporting Green Canyon sports this year. For a list of sponsors and other athletic information, visit greencanyonhighschoolathletics.org.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
Reactive Physical Therapy will show you what actions you can take to create the reaction you desire. Reactive Physical Therapy in Providence and North Logan. Call 435-535-3677 or reactivephysicaltherapy.com.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
They really can put your logo on just about anything. That's what they do at the Logo Shop. Businesses, teams, booster clubs, school organizations. Call the Logo Shop and have them show you the possibilities. The Logo Shop, committed to schools, teams, and youth groups.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
When your car isn't working right, you just need someone who can help make your life a little easier. Cache Valley Auto Care can. Hear what people are saying online.
They'll always take the time to help you understand what they're doing to your car and go above and beyond to solve your issue.
Cache Valley Auto Care.
When a client walks into the office, I want them to feel like they have a team that is full-time working for them.
We really start from the ground up, setting our goals, understanding your situation, and then building the plan to maximize that quality of life.
Visit Adams Wealth Advisors.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
People talking, but they just don't know what's in my heart and why I love you so. I love you, baby, like the mine of love goes. Come on, sugar, let the good time go.
And they are rolling indeed here in North Logan. 31-28 your final score between the Green Canyon Wolves and the Skyview Bobcats. The first regular season victory over the Bobcats in school history for Green Canyon. The first time they've done it in North Logan. And it ends on a last-minute pick again. Stockton Jukes and Jacob Pitcher with you here on 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 The Fan. Really fun game that we just got to watch. It was awesome, full of offensive fireworks and plenty of talking points. We'll be joined in just a second by JT Tawili-Ely, Peyton Wilson, Bryson Pabst, a couple of those other boys down for Green Canyon as they celebrate this season-closing victory. But, Jacob, I want to get your thoughts first. Your first impression of Green Canyon football, what'd you think?
Green Canyon football is awesome. Like we were talking about earlier, I'm not from Utah, I'm from Texas, so high school football, didn't know what I was walking into, what to expect. But we saw a high level of talent. Peyton Wilson, oh my gosh, what can he not do? Run the ball, throw the ball, get rid of the ball if he needs to. A fantastic job on both ends. We had stats here. I'm sure he had well over 200 rushing yards just by himself, and that was the reliable piece for this Wolves offense. They used him to really keep the ball moving, the momentum. They weren't really having a great job up the middle there with that line. They just kept giving him the ball. He took the outside, some shifty moves. He's a very fast kid, doing a great job here tonight. Did a fantastic job for this Wolves offense.
We've got a couple of superlatives that we want to talk about here. We're going to start with our Cast-A-Lite Rock Hard tackle of the game. Whether you're looking for brick for your home, tile for a bathroom remodel, or pavers for a new walkway, think Cast-A-Lite. I got to think kind of back towards the end of that first half, Xander Stokes coming across midfield, trying to pick up the first down there and getting stuck 2 yards short of sticks.
Yes, that was a massive hit. Put him right into the ground right there on the sideline. I 100% agree. That was a massive hit, a huge hit. There has been a lot of big hits this game, specifically in that first half, but that hit was massive.
Now, next up, our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game, the parts and oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best. Locally owned and operated from Preston to Providence. That's Napa Auto Parts. Best part of the game, I'm going to leave this one to you, Jacob. What did you like today?
That final pick of the game that sealed the game for the Wolves, I think 100%. That ball was just thrown up. A fantastic catch there. I believe that was number 0.
Bryson Paps with the interception.
Yes, fantastic catch there. That sealed the game. I think that's the moment of the game right there.
And then finally, our Young Toyota and Young Honda drive of the game. For 100 years, delivering an exceptional customer experience. Think Young, drive Young. For me, I'm going to combine two drives. I'm going to go with that Green Canyon defensive stand after they go up 28-21, stick the ball, and then they come down. I know they don't score the touchdown, but they do just enough to get the win. That combination of play right there and the way they were able to work the clock on both sides of the ball is going to be our Young drive of the game tonight.
Yeah, and they burned the ball, they burned the time very well in that drive as well. Still going kind of third to fourth quarter. I believe gave them with about 8, maybe 7 minutes of time to work with, even needing 2 scores. Fantastic job using the time, using the utilization of it. Played sound played sound football in that final drive there.
You're still in Mountain West.
Still in Mountain West,
I
absolutely.
get there sometimes too. All right, final superlative today on the Skyview side of the ball. Old Gristmill sponsors the bread and butter play of the game for the Bobcats. Got to be easily the cannon from Jack Clark to Liam Guthrie.
Yeah, that catch, insane. I even have it on one of my notes, like massive catch by Guthrie, insane catch. 100% agree in the corner there. A lot of great catches on both sides of the ball here, but that catch stands out 100%.
We've got Bryson Paps waiting in the wings here to give you his thoughts on that game-sealing interception. We'll be right back with you here on 100.9 and 106.9 FM to wrap this one up from North Logan. 31-28 your final score. We'll be right back.
You the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Find the parts and the oil you need to keep your car and equipment running its best at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts. All the best brand names. And when you need professional help, Napa can recommend a dozen Napa Car Care Centers with ASE certified technicians.
In a world of ordinary flooring options, there's only one that's truly indestructible. Cast-A-Lite, the ultimate destination for strength, durability, and timeless beauty. With tile, brick, and paver displays. Witness their indestructible products online at castalite.com.
Welcome back to North Logan. We are joined now by Bryson Pabst up here in the booth. Bryson, you like to call game, don't you?
It feels good, yeah. Love to.
Yeah, interception there over the back shoulder to end the game against a rival that you had not beaten on your own field in the regular season before. What does that mean just for the legacy of this program?
It feels so good, not even just for the team, but just the entire school as a program. I know that it's going to be talked about for a while, so that feels good, getting the first home win in school history against these guys. Yeah.
And great timing to do it, too. You guys leapfrog them now in region standings, move up to third to finish off the regular season. And you've got the RPI coming out Saturday. This win is going to help you guys maybe get into that top 8, right, and get that first week bye. So what are you going to be looking for as we move into the playoff territory? If you do have to play next weekend or if you don't, what's really your main focus?
every game's going to be a competition with no matter what team, because every team's win or lose. So from here on out, we're going to have to give it our all. Like, tonight was not good enough. We should have blown these kids out. But at the end of the day, we just got to play our best no matter who we're playing, whether it is if we're top 8, back, whatever, wherever we are, we're going to come and play our hardest.
Now, last question for you, because you were looking pretty violent out there tonight. You laid a couple big hits, and we gave you Castlelite Rock Hard tackle of the game today for that stick you put on Xander Stokes. What are you eating this season, dude? Why are you trying to hurt people?
It's out of nowhere, too. Going from corner to this feels so great. Feels great to actually be in positions to do that, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, Bryson, thank you for your time again, buddy. We'll see you next weekend.
Right.
Well, hopefully not. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
In a couple weeks, yeah. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, and so we'll be joined one more time here on the show. Green Canyon sending us yet another victim up to the booth. We appreciate Coach Towley Ely and him working on getting us all the coverage that we look for. But Ty Jensen going to join us now up here. And Ty, tell me about that game from your perspective and just kind of battling it out. Very physical game between the Bobcats. What are you thinking about after that last 48?
Just the work we put in at practice. We were going to be physical this game, and we were. We came out and punched them in the mouth. That's just what we worked on in practice, and we came out and executed well.
Now, you guys made a couple really big defensive plays there towards the end of the game, and the momentum was kind of going back and forth. A lot of the offensive momentum was going back and forth as well. On the sidelines, when you guys are just trying to keep your heads in the game, what are you saying to each other just to stay focused? Because obviously the crowd gets really into it. How do you kind of keep your emotions balanced?
Just not focusing on our mistakes we made in the past and just, like, moving forward and just being in the now, basically, just being where your feet are.
Now, we've had a lot of talk about what we think the best part of the game was, what we think the best part of the drive was. But if you had to pick, as someone that was actually out there tonight, what do you think the best part, what do you think the tide turning point of this game was?
I'd just say, like, scoring it coming into half and then just coming out of half, just firing, basically. Because we drowned them in the second half.
Awesome. Well, it's a really confident win for you guys out there today. I know Bryson just said you feel like you guys should have blown them out there. Do you feel the same? You feel like you could have put more on them?
Yeah, a little bit.
Good. Well, you got plenty more points to score in the playoffs, so we'll see you around then, okay?
Hey,
thanks, buddy. That's Ty Jenkins for you. We've got one more guest coming into the booth. Peyton Wilson going to join us now, the quarterback for these Wolves. 4 touchdowns today. P-Dub, you played quite the game, young man.
Thank you.
How's it feeling knowing that you just knocked off Skyview for the first time on your home field in the regular season?
There's no better feeling. I love all the credit to the fans for showing out, all the credit to the rest of my boys out there balling every single play, and couldn't imagine a better feeling.
You and Hayden seem to be pretty in sync today, and that's a matchup that we've been watching all season. You guys are having a lot of fun out there. But what does that mean to have a receiver that you know you can go to on those 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6s, and he's going to catch the ball?
It means everything. You got to have good guys around you, and I can trust Hayden to make a play no matter where I put the ball, and he does that every night. So all credit out to him. Great chemistry out the field. He's one of my best friends. Loved hanging out with him, so it helps us play better on the field too.
Now, aside from that, when Hayden's not open and you've got some options collapsing on you, you are unbelievably shifty in the backfield, and you are moving left and right all over the place. You were giving some of those defensive linemen fits and really frustrating them at the end. What helps you read that pocket as it collapses? What do you think has changed mentally for you stepping into this season?
I mean, I got to make the right reads. There's time you got to pull it down. There's times you got to throw the ball. So obviously I'll keep working on when I got to stay in the pocket longer. But I don't know, read the field, make plays when it happens. You got to stay cool under pressure. Other than that, I don't know, just run.
Now, I remember you and I had a conversation in JT's office right before the season started where we talked just about that, right, about your pocket presence and how you were going to manage. It's been a fantastic season, and now you can go back and look at your regular season body of work and say, hey, I can run the pocket. I can run the offense incredibly well. What does that do for your mentality as you go into the playoffs knowing that, it's do or die now?
We've talked about just a winning streak. From now, it's going to be 6 games into 4 more after this, and I mean, of course, confidence is everything. When you come out like today, you could see everyone on the sideline getting excited. So we bring confidence every game. We can win every game. I trust in our boys. So
that's exactly what you want to hear from your quarterback. Well, Peyton, thanks again for joining us on the show. It's good to see you, buddy, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks. All right.
Of course, have a good one.
All right, we're gonna hand the headset over to Coach Towley Ely for our final thoughts of the night. Gets a hug from his coach there. Just an excellent game up and down the board from this squad tonight. And JT, I've been dying to get your thoughts on this one because that was really just a back-and-forth battle. 2 really good teams playing at some of their best football of the season, and we've just been dying to see a matchup like that out of you guys. You're now 2-1 against the team that this school had not beaten before you showed up. So what's going through your mind?
I'm honestly just super proud of the boys, right?
like you were saying, it's been a minute since we've shown that we can have some grit, grind out a game, go beat a good opponent, you know what I mean? And something that's back and forth. You have highs, you have lows. Can you come back from adversity? So I'm super proud of them, just how the way offense answered in big situations, defense answered in big situations. Special teams, right? Aiden Schramm to hop on the onside kick for us, that's huge. So yeah, just like an all-around team effort, and it feels great to get one of those one of these type of games to build some momentum for the playoffs.
Now, we were just talking to Peyton about the conversation that we had before the season about his pocket presence and his ability to read the pocket and make the right decision with the ball and hang in there at times even to throw that ball down the field. He's really listened to what you had to say this season, it feels like, at least from our perspective. What are you seeing out of your quarterback going into these playoffs? Are you feeling as confident as we are with him at the helm?
What I like the most about him is he's always been like a confident kid, but what I love now is he's confident in his role in the offense, right? So it's just nice to be able to talk to him about what I see, what he sees, and we're able to try and get on the same page. Whereas last year, neither one of us were really confident in how the other was viewing the game. So for him to be able to play like that, what stands out to me is the confidence makes him decisive in his thought process. So whether that's getting the ball out quick, whether that's using his legs, trying to go get some yards for us, whatever it might be, I'm just really proud of the confidence that he's been able to play with and make smart, fast decisions.
Another guy we had talked about before the season, another really confident piece of this team is Bryson Pabst.
Yeah.
And he has been phenomenal all over on both sides of the football. Tell me about just kind of what you've enjoyed out of using him in your scheme this year, because you wanted him to fly all over the field, and he's done that for you.
Yeah. So Bryson is a great athlete, but really he is a football player. And when we talk about football player, it's things like he can come, or he's willing to come meet me in my classroom just so we talk defensive schematics. Not even our own schematics, but just kind of like the how, the why, those type of things. He just eats up, he absorbs it. And so it's just fun to see someone mentally who's into the game like that be able to back it up with their athleticism as well.
So now going into fall break, you have a couple days off. The boys are going to kind of separate and chill for a little bit. And then the RPI comes out Saturday morning. And I know you're very much a non-speculative coach. You're just going to take what comes and you're going to play the game that you got to play. But if you had to guess, do you think you guys squeaked into the top 8 with this one?
I believe so. I think it would be pretty tough, I think, to bump a 2-loss team out of that bye round. So I feel like we should be able to end up with a bye. It's something we really need to try and get healthy. So yeah, I look forward to seeing that on Saturday.
Now, last one, and I'll let you get off to whatever you've got going on this weekend. I don't want to keep you too long, but with Dallin, obviously we know that he's been out for some time. Is there a chance that he maybe gets healthy if you guys do have a 2-week break?
So for Dallin, the more time, the better. Not just in the sense of him healing physically, but just to kind of get like back up to speed, feel comfortable around contact. So having a bye week would certainly help us with that. And so yeah, I'm grateful that now we can be hopeful that we've earned that, and we'll see Saturday and just try and be smart and get guys ready to go.
Perfect. Well, Coach, thank you again for your time. We always love having you up here.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again on this field in not too long.
Sweet. Perfect. Appreciate you being here.
We'll get Jacob back on the headset here as we let Coach Tyler Ely get out of here and get on with his weekend plans. But what a great night here in North Logan. The first time this field has seen the Green Canyon Wolves take down the Skyview Bobcats, 31-28 your final score. Green Canyon doing just enough in that fourth quarter and then standing on their heads on defense late in that game. Jacob, let me go ahead and get your final thoughts now that we've gone through everything. We've talked to the coaches, talked to the players, had our superlatives. what's your big takeaway before we get out of here, go to bed, and have to call a soccer game tomorrow?
Absolutely, Stockton. And this game was a lot of fun to watch, a lot of fun to call. And I want to thank you again for giving me the opportunity to work with you guys today. But going on over to the game, it was a fantastic game to watch. A lot of great offensive momentum there coming from the Wolves. Again, my first time watching this team play, but from what I saw, they were really well at moving the ball down the field, both on the passing end and on the run end. Again, when we spoke to Peyton Wilson, fantastic quarterback, fantastic being shifty and shiesty. Like Coach JT just said, he's finding his confidence. He's starting to find his footing in play, and super excited to see how that takes him here in the playoffs. As for the Skyview, just had a rough time on the defensive end, weren't able to come up with those big stops they needed and just stop that really powerful offense from the Wolves. But overall, this game was really solid, really fun to watch, and again, just a great game overall.
Thanks again for the last time tonight listening to 100.9 Light FM and 106.9 FM The Fan, the homes of Region 11 football. This is the end of the regular season. Green Canyon will wrap up at 7-2, 4-2 in region. Like Coach said, it's really hard to dismiss a 2-loss team from the top of that playoff bracket, and we'll see what that RPI system has to say on Saturday morning. Big thank you to Cache Valley Daily, the home of our productions. The latest news about what's going on in your community is found on Cache Valley Daily, including photo galleries and replays of tonight's local events, as well as Adams Wealth Advisors, the sponsor of your video experience. If you've been streaming along with us, you can expect specific guidance from advisors who adhere to principles of honesty, professionalism, and integrity. Visit adamswealthadvisors.com. Big thanks to Old Grist Mill and Reactive Physical Therapy as well, proud sponsors of Skyview Football. For my co-host Jacob Pitcher and everyone back at the station involved in bringing you tonight's matchup, we thank you so much for joining us. I'm Stockton Jukes. Go Wolves!
Kick it!
This Green Canyon Wolves broadcast has been a presentation of 100.9 Light FM and CacheValleyDaily.com. Made possible by the support of our sponsors, Castalite, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Green Canyon Booster Club, DD Auto and Salvage, Preston Watts Collision and Glass, Great Basin Graphics, Adams Wealth Advisors, Cache Valley Auto Care, Cache Valley Daily, Young Toyota and Young Honda, Napa Auto Parts, Les Olson IT, and The Logo Shop. Watch replays of previous games on CacheValleyDaily.com.